Hey, True Believers, England team here with back issue Breen. How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
All righty. Did your favorite female soccer team win the soccer game?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
They were bleeding over into the game, the college baseball World Series game that I wanted to watch.
That's good. A more American and good sport. I've never been one to fall into the whole trap. Well, the whole world loves soccer except for America. Yeah, we also are the ones who haven't been into the metric system cult. And we're the only ones with a constitutionally promised freedom of speech. So, hey, that's 3 for 3, right? That being said, kids, let's have an auction tonight. We are starting off with the $1 books. Going straight to it here. And let's see, what do I have to know? Okay, so every $10 that you win gets you on the board tonight. We've got some freebies to give away. And what else? If you do win, 1 to 6? 1 to 6 can go. Bidding starts 6. That's not what I meant to show. I believe, didn't I have a little thing where 1 to 6 books was going to go for like $6 or something like that? I can't find that thing. Oh, okay. So anyway, let's go 1 to 18 books is going to go flat rate, flat padded envelope. If you have 19 through 50, it's a medium-sized box. That ends up being about $15. And probably the best deal because that shipping is $18. And then you have anything higher than that is I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna ship it to you. That's basically it because they got rid of those really, really cool gaming boxes. That being said, we're starting off at $1 today, and let me read these off. On the top row, we've got some Jack Kirby greatness here with Captain Victory. We've got issue number 5, issue number 9 on B, and issue number. Maybe if I put up the letters, me saying 9 on B would make sense. So. How about this? Hey, look at that. They actually line up and they're not taken over by the letters. That is really cool. Somewhat, anyway. I did find my stands except for 2 of them. That's why the other 2 are in the bottom. Then we on D, literally, I just have Captain Glory, even though it's Captain Glory number 1. On E, we have a Charlton horror title. This is not Betty and Veronica, as I've got it written down here. This is Ghostly Tales, and it's number 106. And look at the top of it. It is in dollar shape. This is one to get, but it's not one to go on a huge bidding war for. It is definitely in dollar shape. Then on the bottom, we have E-Man number 6, 7, 9, 10, and 17. All right, with that being said, let me get the start because LK is late, and I believe Maranya is off doing readings.
That is correct.
And Eric is the one who just sits and talks.
That's pretty much all I do.
when you said that, I was like, yeah, hey, yeah, that's right. There you go. All righty. So let's see where this one goes. You know what? I want to read Captain Victory because these are some books I try to get anytime I see any of these Kirby books, whether it's PC, whether it's Topps. But I got to admit, I haven't read Topps in forever, and I don't think I've ever read the Captain Victory.
I don't think I have either.
That has to be the one to go to. Seriously, PC Captain Victory. I wonder if we can find that on Read Comics Online. He says while he's looking up Read Comics Online, because I have a very short attention span tonight.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. Did something bad happen?
No.
Okay, I see. You were laughing at your own joke. No. By the way, I had this dream lot that I wanted to buy, and I was even thinking I'd go $350, but it would be like I would be in so much trouble. Because I would be spending the egg, going into the savings. It's up to $360. You mentioned that's easily $5, but yeah.
Yeah, and how much time's left on that?
24 hours about.
Yeah, it'll cruise. It's just as a you kind of to tell just keep an eye on and let me know what it finished up as.
Will do. I was looking at it was a very low grade silver and bronze age, but one of the silver was Amazing Spider-Man number 12, and the first appearance of Red Guardian and the Mimic from X-Men, a couple of actual Hauntafears, and this thing is just sailed past. So next time, maybe next time.
So they've introduced, I haven't seen this very often, a camera angle basically like from the catcher's mask. So you can see just how fast a fastball comes at you.
Yeah.
I don't know how these guys could do it.
Yeah, it is something.
It even looks crazy in slow motion.
And some people hit them.
Yes, they do.
You gotta know, you gotta understand that baseball is the hardest of the sports, because if you're only hitting 30%, you're a freaking superstar.
Like I said, baseball hitters and weatherman. You don't have to be successful 30% of the time to be considered good at your job.
Yeah, go figure, man.
And my boy just drove in too.
All right, well, we got 3 minutes of absolutely no bids here for E-Man or Captain Victory. These could be just, oh, I put the wrong one. I put the go again. I was reminding you guys, hey, yeah, there's books on the shelf here to bid on. Actually, I wasn't even meaning, I was about to put up the stop, but I was really meaning to put up the 1 minute. See, this is why I need Maranya or LK. They know how to do this properly. LK says he's going to be here. He's just going to be a little bit late. So we'll see. We'll see. Who do we have in-house here? We got Jim. What's up? And then One Slick. And, $1 on E from Glinzer. Alrighty. I was actually wondering if that would be the one that somebody would get. The Ghostly Tales. Like I said, it is definitely a Charlton in $1 shape. And you might be mad at that. All right. I would just hate for there to be a bidding war on, like that. I want to warn people. Okay, so I put in the 1 minute warning, and we'll see how it goes. If anybody is interested in E-Man, see, LK would sell you on the E-Man. I know he's read those. He's a fan. The only thing I could say is I remember reading the Captain Glory when I was younger and enjoyed it. But in all honesty, I was like Venkman. I wasn't a big fan of Jack Kirby art. That took time. I was realizing, well, because, he's got the square faces and everything. Everybody kind of looks the same. And then as I grew older, I started realizing it's the panel composition. It's the way he can make a comic book look that makes him awesome.
And you also have to remember, by this time, he was late in his career. If you go back and look at his early work, listen, because two of the people that get the most credit for being great artists that are Kirby and Ditko. Ditko could never draw people. He just couldn't. Everybody looked misshapen and ugly. Kirby's early art is fine. The people. I mean, the way he laid out stories, there's nobody better, and there were few better than Ditko, but people were not their strength. And unfortunately for Kirby, as he got older and some of his style choices became exaggerated. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, you look at Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
He's kind of become a caricature of himself. John Romita Jr.
I remember when he was good. Or at least tolerable. All right, kids. Still in the dollar books. We've got Tarzan. This is from the DC run, issue number 218. And hello to LK. I believe he can let himself. Yep. All righty. Hello to LK. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing pretty good.
All righty. Let me pop these off while I'm showing books. Here we have Tarzan issue number 229. And there's a tape pull right in the center there above the A. Next up, we have issue number, this is issue number 231. These are all reader copies, I would say. But I always thought that was weird because all books are reader copies. But you get what I'm saying. Issue number 239. We have annual number 3 from the Marvel run. Now from Dynamite Comics, we have Masquerade. There we go. I guess that's the blonde Phantom. Or is it actually, what's her name? Masquerade. This one I don't know quite yet. Here we have Masquerade number 1. This is an alternative cover, meaning these are the same issue.
I believe it's Miss Mask.
Ah, okay. And then we have, oh, say again?
I was just going to say, who's another Golden Age heroine.
Another Jack Kirby creation. This is Silver Star, but considering it's Dynamite, I'm doubting it's Jack Kirby. Then we have Weird Western Tales, issue number 59. And finally, The Avenger. Now, this is part of the cover. That's just them being clever. All righty. Okay, so bidding begins at $1 each. As soon as LK says go. Boom, boom. All righty.
That top row should have already sold.
I know, right? I'm actually surprised. Oh, okay. I'm actually surprised, by the way, at how long it took because I've got a whole bunch of them at the flea market because I had them on for 3 times in a row, no sale. I was looking and thinking I need to go to the flea market just to make an auction because I know I've got books that have not been seen in a while. But next week, what am I doing here? Next week is going to be very Defenders heavy.
Okay.
So if you guys like those books, let me read off some of next week's books if you don't mind, real quick. As far as the collections are concerned, of course, I've got big dogs and $5 books and all that. But then again, most of these are going to start at $2 to $3. Let's see. We've got some Amazing Spider-Man annuals, some Steel, Red Sonja, Defenders, Micronauts, an ISIS, some Conan, Secret Wars, Kazar, the Avengers. It looks like Marvel Super Action Avengers, Master of Kung Fu. Those should sit. Spider-Woman, Captain America. And then the Freak Brothers, something called ENIGR. I'm not about to say that. That might be, yeah. Some Marvel Universes. There you go.
Speaking of things you can't say, Eastern Michigan has a recruit for football whose last name is spelled KNIGGA. And somebody just tweeted, just said, RIP Eastern Michigan announcer.
Well,
yeah.
In RIP, whichever lucky ESPN announcer screws up when they're doing an Eastern Michigan game. Because it's bound to happen.
Well, fortunately, it'll be on Tuesday nights, and there won't be anybody watching. Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Mark Jones do it, but I don't think he'll get MAC games. And for those curious, so F there, that's a Frank Cho cover, and G is Alex Ross.
Says right there, Frank Cho.
I got to ask you, are you watching the Yankee Red Sox game by chance?
No, I just kind of got home. I flipped on Collision because I'm a glutton for punishment.
They've got a camera basically what looks like attached to the catcher's mask.
Oh, okay. Is it on the catcher or on the umpire?
Probably on the umpire, but you can see just how ridiculously fast those pitches come at you.
Yeah,
I love that angle. I get scared from the comfort of my couch.
Yeah,
but
the best ones though are when they show the breaking ball, watching the ball break a foot.
Oh, I'm talking about just like how can these guys stand up there with a projectile coming at them in triple digits?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. they have less than, gosh, I mean, it's less than like half a second to make a decision in terms of, are you going to swing or not?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's where, not just the training, but, you know, the education of, you know, learning, you know, okay, you know, the pitcher, his arm angle looks like this. I think some teams still employ, there's almost like a video pitch system. I remember reading about it.
Let's get the 1 minute warning, please.
That basically go into a batting cage, and instead of seeing the pitching machine, it's basically a projection screen with a hole in it. And then it's projected in terms of, okay, I want to see what Doc Gooden's fastball looks like. And then they pop up on the screen, here's Doc Gooden. And so you see what his arm angle looks like, and then, you know, pop, out comes
Oh, it was
the ball.
incredible. I saw that. It just looked like a trail of white powder.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Was he busted for cocaine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It you know, it's as good, relatively speaking, as this career was. It really did derail what could have been and should have been a Hall of Fame career.
Oh God, Gooden and Strawberry are the two, best example of cautionary tales for teammates.
All righty, kids. We've got just a few seconds left into this lot. Masquerade needs a home. Silver Star needs a home. So does the Avenger. You want to give something a try. That price tag on the Avenger is part of the cover. It's not stuck on there. They drew that on. But some Golden Age goodness right here, or at least some recreated Golden Age goodness.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Golden Age heroine named Miss Mask.
It is. I would have backed you up on that, but I can't seem to pull away from the bag of Doritos that I mistakenly brought in here.
All right, let's get the stop, but still, anybody want those Masquerade, just say the word. As it stands, Darkness Comes has the Tarzan, and Jim has, Jim has the Weird Western Tales. And it's looking like this lovely lady is going home alone. Well, no, it's got Silver Star and the Avenger. These twins are going out with other guys here. You could have had them.
Tramped.
I know. Yeah, well, hey, if nobody makes a play, they got to take care of themselves, right?
Mm.
Okay, kids, next up, here we have the X-Files, issue number 2. And we have the X-Files, issue number 3. And we have issue number 4. Stay. We have issue number 5. Issue number 6. There we go. And we have issue number 7. Issue number 8. Issue number 9. Here's number 10. And number 11. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go at $1 each. $1 each. The truth is right here. Not out there. It's right here, kids. Time to relive those 90s that you loved so much.
Yeah, I was definitely collecting these because I was a gigantic X-Files fan. And God, I want to say, I know some of them were original stories and some were adaptations of the TV series. I just can't remember which is which.
So buy them all and enjoy them all.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
what's up?
I know. I think I have the first 20 in a box somewhere. So.
I'm just talking to everybody.
Yeah. But I believe it's Charles Allred that wrote them, and I mean they are really pretty good. I mean, I thought he got the characterization of Mulder and Scully down really well, and they were just some really solid books. And if I remember right, it kind of, I'm trying to remember the art style. I don't think it was, I don't think it was a painted art style. But yeah, I enjoyed him back in the day. And of course, I mean, as I say, I was a gigantic X-Files fan. I even went to when the first movie was about to come out, they had these official X-Files Expo shows. And I went to one that was the Bay Area one that was in a former military base in Vallejo, California.
You are coming off as we are a lot of geeks and nerds here, and you're even managing to sound like a bigger geek and nerd.
Yep. And I think unless I threw it out with the move, I think I might still have the quote unquote evidence bag, aka the plastic bag that they gave you.
So, but if you did, does that mean the evidence bag is out there?
Yes.
That's as in the weeds as I can get with X-Files.
It's this book completely of its time. Because I have had X-Files in the past, and I have had a hard time selling them. The reason why I got these is because I was trying to fill up a box, and I remember there were 30 of them, and I thought, oh, well, there's got to be some X-Files fans I forgot. It was like a woman with childbirth. I just forgot how hard they were to sell. So I am wondering, is X-Files absolutely something of its time? Since it's not big now, it's not a franchise that continued on. Is it dead in the water, like Firefly or Buffy?
I don't think a lot of new people right now are picking it up. I know, I haven't even watched the short, I guess call it miniseries at this point. I think it was on Hulu. I forget who had it, where they kind of tried to bring the
didn't quite work, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird because I won during the show. I don't know if they did or not, but they should have brought up more agents than Scully and Mulder. They and made them parts of the show to the point where you follow it, kind of like a CSI, but with X-Files kind of stuff. So as they got older, they could bring in new crew. Unfortunately, when they did bring in new crew, it's because the other two were fighting and making movies, and when they did, it was awkward.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was, and I'm wondering, is part of the reason that it was of its time. Those who enjoyed it. Those who didn't. And people like me, I dabbled. It was okay from what I saw, but I was never really a fan of it. So
yeah, honestly, it's more relevant now than it was then.
Yeah, because of theories and
yeah.
Anyway, let's get the stop. No love for the X-Files. I'm going to learn my lesson from this one. These are going to the flea market after day one. All righty, let me get these down. We'll get the next round up. All right, and that's the new thing I'm trying. No more. The shipping killed X-Files. Ship like
Scully. Not necessarily. I would argue more of her getting pregnant and saying that, her child then had some alien DNA, all that stuff. That was kind of where it went off, started going off the rails. I mean, the seasons up to the first movie, and I think even the season after, are really good. I think that's really the high point. Especially, when Vince Gilligan, came on board. I mean, all the episodes he wrote are just so good.
So Darkness is saying they work as a set. I actually have most of them. I'm missing throughout the entire run, I'm missing 5. But I looked and it would be like $40 to get all 5 when it comes to shipping, because no one person has the issues that I need. And ultimately that would just put too much of a price tag on the entire set. All right, now we're up to the $2 books. Let me get that. Boom. Alrighty, and boom. And next up, we have Batman 500. This is where John Paul Valley takes over. And then we have Nightfall, Detective Comics issue number 660. One of the better fights, Croc versus Bane. We have New Mutants number 45 with the Border. Very, very good story on that one. And then we have Crystar, Crystal Warrior, issue number 1.
And that is a licensed book.
Okay. And we have Alan Moore's Glory. I hear he disowned it. I honestly don't know, but that's what Alan Moore does with everything. Alrighty, next up we have Hero Alliance, issue number 3.
Oh, nice.
And we have Hero Alliance issue number 7. And issue number 10. Issue number 15. And issue number 17, excuse me. And there we go. There we are. Bidding begins at $2 each as soon as LK says go. Fun time.
Second time I've seen Hero Alliance 3 in the last 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, Rod,
your shop gets them?
No, Rod picked up 1, 2, and 3 in a package. They showed that yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming you read Hero Alliance, right?
I've read a little bit. It's been a while. I know I picked up some other issues, so it's just sitting in a pile for me to read.
Yeah, as I say, based on what I've seen you
sitting in a pile.
I think this would be right up your alley.
Darkness, that is issue number 45. There are Xavier Institute and another local high school kind of gather for like a prom. And there's this kid, he's kind of being obnoxious, talking about how horrible mutants are. And it sort of pisses off the new mutants and such. Come to find out that kid is in fact a mutant, but he's so scared of being discovered that he kind of, swings the pendulum a little too far the other way. Him having the power to create things out of light, not a villain power, just his power allows him to be artistic. It's a good story. And this is also the one where it's one of the Kitty Pryde shouts out the N-word books. I wonder if that makes it more valuable or less.
Jackson gives a 9 because he forgot what day it was.
Right, yes.
Oh, can we really give a Quesada cover an A anymore?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go with if they're good at art, they're good at art.
Yeah. So, but as far as I know, yeah, Crystar is a licensed book. Again, it's another toy turned into a comic book.
All right.
And yeah, the Glory is really solid too. Alan Moore writing Supreme, and Glory was a part of that. Was just some great superhero, type stories. It's almost kind of like gave him the opportunity to write the Superman and call it Superwoman, Wonder Woman type stories that Alan Moore wanted to write.
Yeah, I think in that era, when he was doing those, and then he was doing Tom Strong, his only miss for me was Promethea.
Okay. I enjoyed the beginning of Promethea, and then it went bat-ass crazy. Well, crazy is not the word for it. I mean, it just goes into all the kind of the arcane magical beliefs I think that Alan Moore has.
Let's get the 1 minute warning, sir. No love for anything but issue C, the New Mutants number 45. Alrighty, and that's from Jim. Alrighty, what can we steer anybody to? The Nightfall books, but you guys already know that. That's what I know of. And you know the Hero Alliance, which Eric's saying he has all the issues, plus most of the specials, quarterly books. I think I'm missing just the Sentry standalone and one other quarterly. Oh, I'll look out for the Sentry standalone.
Yeah, it's definitely, if you don't have them, they're definitely worth having. It was, yeah, it had cheesecake for the dudes, but it had a plot and it was well written.
Let's see if anybody bites in the next 45 seconds or so. All right. Dun, dun. Now we got
Thunder Rose is sporting a different look.
Who?
Thunder Rosa. She's a wrestler.
Oh, wrestler. You're watching wrestling.
Yeah.
So I wasn't paying attention because I was at work, and I thought somebody posted a Brock Lesnar thing. I actually thought he came back at that today.
Oh, we have independent comic books today, by the way. Every $10 gets you on the wheel. Brought back the die. And have Lady Death. And this, I believe, this is the first trade, actually. It's got a $6.95 cover price.
Now, so did they announce this as any kind of special match between Thunder Rosa and Deanna Perez?
And also the Cyberforce first trade from way back when.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay, I don't watch much of it.
All right, let's get the stop. And the only book that gets love is Jim Sorensen getting New Mutants 45. Everything else, it's the flower.
Yeah, because it's funny. They both look like they're dressed like they're going to a biker bar.
Sure. The purple, the lower.
Honestly, I tend to forget that it's on.
Yeah. No, okay, I see. It's definitely a no DQ match because they've already got a trash can out.
Oh, we already did two things of $2 books.
I think this was the first $2 lot.
Oh, you figure.
You know, if you're going to set up a ring in the middle of the arena, you'd think you would get all those spare garbage cans out of there first.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and those kendo sticks from underneath the ring.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, who leaves that stuff there? I mean, all the promotions do it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of trash there.
Sure.
Oh, okay, I see. The $2 kind of fell forward. Here we go. We have Barbed Wire number 1. And then we have Dart number 1. Just to keep up the hot chick books, we have Hawkman, this issue number 12 from the 1980s run. But there's Hot Girl. And then we have, speaking of keeping up the hot girl chicks thing, we have Freedom Fighters number 2, which has Phantom Lady, but you know, she's all in white right there on the cover. And this has nothing to do with hot chicks, but we have Grifter and the Mask number 1.
That's an unusual pairing.
We have the Avengers issue number 176. There we go. And we have Marvel Super Action issue number 28, starring the Avengers.
That's Avengers 68.
And we have Daredevil issue number 259 with Typhoid Mary and Kingpin. We have issue number 268. Where apparently he went to Alabama. And finally, we have issue number 293, Punisher versus Daredevil in a freaking diamond. And I love that cover, man. Seriously. And I love the book, too. I was reading back here. This is excellent, excellent storyline, excellent area. I think, though, a lot of Daredevil. By the way, bidding begins at $2 each as soon as LK says go. But I think a lot of Daredevil, straight up, is just buried by McFarlane's run.
Miller.
What did I say? McFarlane? Yeah, Miller, yes.
All right, kids. If D and F don't come off the board, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something.
Well, I was about to ask, why is D on the $2 lot?
Why is D on the $2 lot?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Eric.
I thought it looked kind of dirty on
Okay.
the side here. It's just, it's not bad. Like there's no big rips or tears or anything like that. It's if it were a house, I'd call it lived in.
And don't forget, like I said, if E ranked comics the way he grades them, we'd still be looking for his first 5.
Yeah, but there you go. It's kind of the same thing with the Avengers. I mean, yeah, you have this going on, which was obviously, hey, I'm going to return these, or it's in the dollar bin or whatever. But otherwise, it's lived in, you know. It's been loved. That's why it's there. So, all righty, and we do got some bids. And let's see where we'll go with them. E and F from Jim. All righty, getting that grifter. And getting the Avengers. Now do we have love for that Freedom Fighters? You gotta make Eric proud, guys. You gotta give him purpose. He's saying, hey, you know what? Avengers and Freedom Fighters, if nothing else. I personally would throw in the Hawkman. There's no sense for that staying. I love the Daredevil. That Hawkman shouldn't last. It should not take another week for that to sell.
Speaking of Hawkman, I was watching Iggy Pop's video from last night. He picked up a Hawkman #1 from the first series.
Oh, nice. That's a get.
He goes, I just need #4, and after I sell all my kidneys.
Yeah.
LK took the Freedom Fighters. And let's see, can we get the Hawkman? And what else? What else do we need to get rid of? But mostly, let's make sure that Hawkman is taken. I know it's a reprint title. It's still a Bronze Age book, and it is reprinting. What was it again?
Number 68.
So it's in the between the Bronze Age cover, you get a great Silver Age story. All for a measly $2. That is a candy bar. That's a bottle of soda. That is $2. That's how disposable that is. This isn't disposable though. This comes with you. It stays with you. You have it. It's not like that candy bar. It's not like that soda that you're going to waste that $2 on. You can actually spend it very well on any of these.
Yes, that's true, Jackson. Who wouldn't love that Avengers 176? Part of my favorite storyline of all time.
Part of mine as well. That is the Korvac Sora, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Which we did do a retrospect of, and I do have sitting on my shelf right now. That is one of my never get rid of books.
I just really, really wish that Perez hadn't had to bail on the story halfway through.
Yeah.
I always wish that he would have gone back and redrawn the first 3 and the last 3 and released it as like a special event. I guess that'd have been considered disrespectful to Dave Wenzel, but who cares?
All righty. Well, we got Jim says, okay, sure, I'll get the other Avengers, and he's got Marvel Super Action. Any love? We have Michigan, we have Hal, we have Garzon, whoever that is, taking care of a Copper Age Hawkman. Okay, so these two are taken care of. Freedom Fighters is taken care of. Where do you go to next, Eric?
I would probably the Daredevils.
Yeah.
I like Barbed Wire. I honestly don't remember Dart, and I don't remember much about that particular Hawkman series because it's what I love the original. I love the mid-'80s one.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk World I liked a lot. And then, when the century changed and Jeff Johns did his version, then obviously Venditti. This one's just kind of lost to me. I don't remember it.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have right now. Oh, by the way, Dart is a spinoff of Savage Dragon. We do have Freedom Fighters with LK. We have Jim with The Grifter and the Mask and both Avengers books. Right now, it's just Barbed Wire, Dart, and the Daredevils. Half the board is taken. Half the board, not so much. All righty. Let's see if we can take care of that. Let's get the 1 minute warning, though, so that we're on a little bit of a timetable. Just a touch. All righty. And see if anybody grabs up these awesome Daredevil.
Yes.
I have no idea if these are awesome or not, to tell you the truth. I did read this when it came out. I did not read Dart because I was into Image for about long enough to realize that Image wasn't all that great. So I might not be selling this, but seriously, I was only into Image until I found out that they weren't going to continue Shaman's Tears and Wildstar anymore. That's as far as I went. At the time, Shaman's Tears and Wildstar were the best books that they were producing. Don't judge me.
Well, they judge you all the time.
They do, really. Yeah, I read it in the comments. It's all, oh, your opinions suck. Die, Jew. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, it's in there. Alrighty. Got a ice cold mint tea. The secret is to put it in the freezer overnight and let it thaw out minutes before. I liked Wildstar as well. I never read Shaman's Tears. Mike Grell, dude. Great stuff. Great freaking stuff for at least the first 6 or 7 issues. But like I said, I kind of jumped off of Image. Dart wasn't bad, says Jim. Pretty much a rice cake book. Okay. It'll kind of make you not hungry, but there's no calories. All righty, so let's get the stop. Let's get the stop. So half the books are coming, staying with me, and half the books are finding a home. Here you go. So we have the Barbed Wire, the Daredevils. Oh wait, no, a little bit more than half because we didn't find a home for Hawkman either, did we? All right. Oh well, we tried. We tried. There we go. And let's get these off the board. Okay, so you don't mind bended corners, do you there? No, I'm just kidding. Next up, we're going to go to the $3 books. And I may be being bold about these books now because I've been buying them and trying to get more people up for them, but we're going to go to $3. So let me get the banner on that. And there we go. Next up, we have from, oh, what is this? Passport to Disneyland Adventures. Who is this? All it says, it doesn't have a company on it, so I guess it's just Walt Disney, but it has Adventures in Fantasyland. It's Donald Duck Adventures. Dun, dun, dun. And this is issue 27. Next up, we have Uncle Scrooge, issue number 268. Not seeing Gladstone or anything. Free Duckburg map piece, plus chance to win original comic strip art. That should be fun. Next up, we have issue number 269. And this is what I was talking about. The little banner says Passport to Fantasy or Adventureland. There you go. That's Uncle Scrooge 269. Next up, we have Uncle Scrooge issue number 270. I always get her name wrong. That's Magica Dispel, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Finally. I always freaking forget her name. Next up, we're going to go to some Harvey comics. Harvey the One for Comics. This is Richie Rich Money World, issue number 28. By the way, there is not 2 issues of the same Richie Rich book on this lot. We have Richie Rich, Jackie Jokers, and that's issue number 16. We have Richie Rich Dollars and Cents, and this is issue number 84. And this feels a little double-sized, to tell you the truth. I don't know if that's the case. But we have Richie Rich Riches, issue number 53. And we have Richie Rich, Gold and Silver. What the? Oh, I didn't put the middle guy. That would have been this one. And then we have Gold and Silver, issue number 18. And finally, we have Richie Rich Inventions, issue number 23. Bidding begins at 3 each as soon as LK says go. All right. So, which book do you consider more awesome than others?
Okay, so well, I can tell you that the Three Uncle Scrooges, and this probably applies to the Donald Duck as well, since it looks like it's the same thing. Those were under the Dell Gold Key Whitman banner in the early 1990s. So, for example, the one Uncle Scrooge there in space, that covers by Jim Franzen. And it has a Karl Barth story in it, which I'm assuming has to be a reprint. And then a Don Rosa story. So, I mean, even if they're reprints, you get the two best scripters of Uncle Scrooge stories ever. Yeah, because I trying to remember. Yeah, Don Rosa, he did the Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, which is just amazing. So yeah. You can't beat that. So,
all right. Darkness comes in and says A through J. He takes the lot right away. All righty. Cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome meeting.
And then all those great, those got to be 70s, maybe early 80s era Richie Riches.
All those are 70s.
Yeah. So
wait, no, the 60 center might be. Let me check. I might be speaking out of turn, but I remember all of these were 50 cents in the late 70s, weren't they? Or am I remembering wrong?
Well, I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first. Would not be the first, but I'm looking up right now. You could be absolutely right. I think you are. I think I spoke out of turn.
Yeah.
1978. Yeah, 1978.
Yeah,
because I remember they are double sized. I just opened it up. I found these are double sized. The ones definitely the ones with yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, let's see. Well, the Richie Rich and Jackie Jokers that ran from 73 to 82.
The Inventions is 60 center though, but that might be the outlier.
Let's see. Richie Rich Inventions. What number?
Issue number 23, it looks like. Might be 22.
23, yeah.
Or I've got it right here. I could read it off. 23, yeah.
Yeah, March of 1982 for that one.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. Oh, and the first part, well, no, it's actually, they say part 1, part 2, but it's all in the book, so you get the full story. Gold Gobbler. Irona has so much gold to polish that Richie and his father turn to their robot factory to see if they can find a helper for her. Dr. Tinker suggests the X-33 would be a good gold polisher. Part 2, called Backfire. The X-33 continues to gobble gold, and Richie sees the Pilfer brothers emptying its contents and taking the gold items away. Dun, dun, dun.
Now, we did get a little pushback when Jim says $4 on G and H.
Yeah. What's funny is it seems like, I swear, a couple of these stories in here they took for the cartoon show, because there's looks like there's a story in here called Well Made Maid. A representative from the Robot Maid Company provided Irona feels Irona is obsolete. She should be replaced by a newer model named Plastica.
Huh.
So,
okay, are you old enough? I guess maybe you were even young enough to have watched the Richie Rich cartoon.
Oh yeah,
because I may have been old. What was it? When was that cartoon?
Well, it had to be. It had to be in the 80s,
early 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember. Yeah, well, I mean, let's face it. I was watching Saturday morning cartoons well into my late teens. So
that was a question I was just about to ask myself.
Excuse me.
How young? How old was I reading or watching Saturday morning cartoons? Was I really that old? Yeah, I may have. I may have just been an old fart watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
Go figure.
I was a nerd of the highest order. Let's see. That was a 96 TV series. Come on, IMDb. You got to have the original cartoon show. 82 to 84.
82. So I was 12 to 14 at the time.
Yeah. Okay. So I was 9 to 12. So I feel better about that, honestly.
There you go.
But,
still a kid. All right, so England 2 was 90. Let's see, it was 4 minutes. Let's get the 1 minute warning. And yeah, 12 in England teen years is 90. I like to think I'm at least young at heart. Thank you very much. Sometimes.
Frank Welker did dollar. So yeah, no, I loved Richie Rich. I mean, that was the ABC Saturday Spectacular at that time. So they had the Looney Tunes hour. That Super Friends were on right around either before or after Richie Rich. And then, that would lead into the Pro Bowlers tour with Chris Shanklin.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember that shit. It would be, you would know the cartoons are over when it came time.
Yep. Living on the West Coast, yeah, it'd be the cartoons, and then whatever the afternoon sporting event was on ABC, if there was one. Or
Yep. Okay, let's see. We're just about there. As it stands, Darkness Comes has the whole lot, except for G and H, and we're about to get the stop. Let's see. Okay, and Jim had...
Yeah, Jim's got G and H for $4, and Darkness has the rest of the board at $3.
Okay. And Jim just crosses the line, and he's the first on the board tonight, I think. But that's only because I haven't added up Darkness Comes. So, there we go. And he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he actually has 2 spots on the board now. All right, 29. There we go. Cool. And let me get these down, and let's get the stop. And once again, Jim has G and H, which is dollars and cents, number 84, and Rich is 53, and Darkness Comes has the rest. There you go. That works too. Oh. All right. First board of the night that everything is picked up. Cool.
I got excited for a second, LK. I thought Dalton Castle was going to get a win.
So who were those other 3 people that were assaulting him?
I have no idea.
All righty, kids. Next up, we have The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, and this is issue number 2. Now, I just noticed, because I wasn't looking very well, we do have a clip right there. So let that inform you. And next up, we have Indiana Jones, Thunder in the Orient, issue number 4. We have Indiana Jones and the Iron Phoenix, issue number 1. And we have Ian Fleming's James Bond. This is issue number 1, written and illustrated by Mike Grell. Next up, we have The Avengers again. This is issue number 188. Oh, forgot to get the numbers or the letters. Next up, from what studio this is, I have no idea, but it is The Flaming Carrot by Bob Burden and Anything Goes. There we go. As well as some Gil Kane Savage.
It could be IDW, but
I think that predates
No,
IDW.
No, this is a long time ago. This is like 30-something years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's Aardvark Vanaheim, but I think it's whoever.
You know what? Let me get the rest and I'll open it up. Because it's got Mike Barron and Dave Garcia, Alex Toth. It's got some good names attached. Here we have Charlton Bullseye, issue number 3. And then we have Charlton's Haunted, issue number 75. And we have Aliens. This Dark Horse presents Aliens. It's a one-shot. And this is issue number 2 of Aliens Newt's Tale. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go. All right.
Okay, it's Comics Journal.
All right.
Yep. And you've got Gil Kane Savage, Flaming Carrot, Jan Sternrad and Gilbert Hernandez, and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, if you ever run across the Gil Kane's Savage magazine, it was a one shot. Definitely recommend it.
All right.
I mean, obviously, we've talked about this before. I mean, the Savage is Lee Marvin, but it was Kane getting to do things that didn't have to be approved by the comics code.
Ah, okay. Now, right out the bat there, Jim says $3 on E and I. Getting the Dark Horse presents Aliens and the Avengers.
Yeah, so yeah, that's good. If I had to give like a 2-word description of Dalton Castle, I'd go with captivatingly creepy. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You just can't stop watching.
Yeah, well, again, when I first saw him or took notice of him in ROH, it was a better gimmick. I mean, I think they're going, well, initially I think they were going for like a Gorgeous George type, character.
Yeah.
Because I know initially he was much more of a heel, especially in ROH.
Oh yeah.
And I just don't think that character works well as a baby face.
Wait, why is Graphic Man breaking out in a cold sweat?
Oh, Gil Kane.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I think, but you know what? I mean, at this point, I think he's enhancement talent because he does have a name left over from ROH. But I said just something. My friend Joe, who was.
Oh, well, when you're getting beaten up by 3 nameless, faceless people, and you've got
Hechiko probably is somebody somewhere. I just don't know where because I don't follow it that close.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friend Joe, who's been a wrestling fan for decades, and very very fluent in New Japan, also he loved Dalton Castle, and I just go, I don't get it. But now it's just like, yeah, he's just. It's like if Lanny Poffo couldn't pull away from the buffet, and then started wearing very large adult diapers to the ring.
Yeah, see, again, that's part of the problem is, when he first came out, not probably words to use, but when he first came onto the scene, certainly in ROH, yeah, he was a heel, and it was flamboyant, but not in a gay LGBTQ way. As I say, it was more like the Gorgeous George, or not quite Adrian Adonis, but it was in that vein of him showing everybody he's better than everybody else, and he's
yeah, he's probably.
Can we get the 1 minute warning, please? Alrighty. Moving along here, we have only 3 bids so far. No interest in Bullseye. I think that should change. These are starting to pick up. I've noticed the Indiana Jones mini adventures. I get it. There's a clip here that I think puts it out of the $3 price range, but at this point it's a placeholder. But these, the Dark Horse Indiana Jones, are really starting to pick up. I would be interested in finding out this. This got the Flaming Carrot as well. This is issue number 1 of Anything Goes. Is it a short story kind of thing? I'm guessing it would be black and white, right? As a matter of fact, it's not. It is color.
It's a short story anthology sort of thing.
Okay, you get Mr. Monster as well, it looks like. Who else do we have in here? Let's see. Savage by Gil Kang, Who's Stronger by Jan Sternud and Gilbert Hernandez. Heroes by Alex Toth and Mark Wheatley. Come to Papa by Mike Barron and Dave Garcia. Mr. Monster by Michael T. Gilbert and Mark Wheatley. Man the Automotive Machine, Scott Deshane and Michael T. Gilbert. I Carrot by Bob Burden and Gary Freeman. Cartoon Man by Mark Hempel. And another, and the cover is done by Gil Kane. So that's what we're getting here. So, yeah, a little bit, it almost has a little bit of a look to it, like 1970s Underground. So, cool.
Yeah, so Charlton Bullseye there is actually, again, another kind of anthology book, because every issue was like a different genre or different subject. So this one was kind of the sci-fi and fantasy book.
I kind of like the way the hair is looking like fire as it goes up. That's a pretty good effect.
Well, that appears to be the main character or antagonist in a story called Prophecy of Doom by Ian Carr.
Any relation to Irene?
Probably not. So you've got that story. There's a story called Mission, so that one's the fantasy sword and sorcery type one. She's kind of an evil sorceress, it appears. There's a sci-fi story called Mission, looks like by Michael Grace. And you've got another science fiction story called Cavern of the Brain Eaters by Gary Ray, W-R-A-Y.
Well, we got $3 on G from Jim Sorensen.
Duel of the Stars.
All right.
Yeah, so it looks like, 4 stories. So again, G.
That is Bullseye.
Yep.
Okay. 16 and minus 25. All right. Jim's at 25 here. And let's get the stop. Cavern of the Brain Eaters, Joe Biden's head. Well, no, you would, and you'd have to have a brain for it to be eaten. Okay, so far we got no love for the Indiana Jones. I am going to be trying to put miniseries together on that. I cannot believe that they let that die comic book wise. No love for the Newt's Tale or for the Anything Goes. Glenzer has the Haunted number 75. Jim has the Bullseye, the Aliens, and Avengers 188. Okie dokie.
You look at Lucasfilm and you're surprised that they've let Indiana Jones die as a comic book property?
Well, they let it die 30 years ago. It was not even anything to do with today and the way they're now. They let it die a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, because there was nothing else to really.
After those like 4 or 5 miniseries, that was it. Okay, we're going to go to some $5 books now. $5 comics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And let's start off with a book that I just, this is why this little clip right here, I thought it was a big dog, but I was wrong. It's a $5 book. It is still a 12-issue Superboy, issue number 133. And yeah, I'm a weird guy. Like when I see Super Baby, it's like, okay, that should be fun. Next up, we have Adventure Comics number 396, starring Supergirl. And let's see. I actually will have to look this up to see what number this is, but did I write it down on the back? I did not. Here we go. From Dell Comics, we have a Lassie. And then we have Elf Quest from Warp Graphics and Apple Comics. This is number 2 of Siege of Blue Mountain. Or it's number 2, and the title of the story is Siege of Blue Mountain. Next up, we have the first appearance of the Kid Devil, who ends up being a Teen Titan later in the Jeff Johns run. And then we have Fantastic Four number 176. I believe this is the reintroduction of the Impossible Man, as a matter of fact.
It'd come back the issue before. But
oh, okay. Okay, there we go. All right. And then we have Thor, issue number 264.
Nice.
And we have Thor, issue 271. And we have Vault of Evil, issue number 11. Let's see. You should have fled when I killed your boyfriend, female. Now there are 2 feasts for a vampire. Oh, cool. And it does have a little tear on the corner there. Next up, we have The Phantom Stranger, issue number 33. There we go. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go. All righty. I'm going to ask the question. I haven't asked it all night. Board of the night?
Yeah.
And where do you go to? That's the next one. What is the book that has you intrigued? What are the 2? Like you could buy 2 books off this. What are the 2 books?
Okay, if I didn't have any of them.
Right. Of course.
Fantastic Four 176 and the Adventure Comics with Supergirl.
All right. How about you, LK? Which one is which one is appealed to you?
It would be the same as Eric.
I mean, I'm going for that Phantom Stranger. Dead Man, Phantom Stranger, hell yeah. And after that, probably the Vault of Evil. But yes, Lassie does have a comic book that was quite popular back in the day, as was Lassie.
Yeah, so that's the Dell from January 1952. It's issue.
Oh, you looked it up. Number 6. Yeah. Here you go. That's inside of them. Might as well. I've opened it. That you can see there's no separation. Colors are good. It's a little adventure story. All righty. Fun times.
Yeah. So, Eric, you're familiar with the artwork of Morris Golub, right? Famous comic book artist.
I'd have to see an example and see why.
Well, you're looking at it.
Oh, is he Lassie's artist?
Yeah.
All right, we did get a bid here, and it was let's see. Jim comes in with A, B, G, and H. All righty. Where'd my pen get? Here it is. Jim A.
Yeah.
B.
176 was the in-between issue of the Galactus Earth 2 storyline and the Frightful Four. But damn, I love this issue. He decides he wants his own comic book. And it's just a blast.
Oh, Jim, I saw you sent payment for last week's books. I have not had a time to go to the post office, though. So up to a certain point, I don't see why you should pay for shipping tonight, because everything would fit in a small box. So if you want, I can ship along what can fit in the box and then hold the rest for you if you would like for the next time. Because I noticed you paid for shipping along with it. So, anywho, Darkness comes in saying BF, G, and H, which you would have to go to 550 on B and G and H.
Actually needs to go to 650 on B.
Oh, okay. I see. Lizzo doesn't have a small. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. There's just certain things we all know. We just know. We don't need to have that reiterated.
Why are you thinking about that?
I know, right? I don't even think of Lizzo. I'm actually surprised anybody made her famous at all. That and that woman stallion thing, I'm not. She's not a thing. She's just. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Perfect Storm.
It's like either attractiveness or talent, you know. And they have neither, but I guess Jim Sorensen 5 on ABG and H got that.
Yeah, well,
and then Darkness was BF, G, and H, so he has F.
Now, wasn't she a backup singer to somebody first, and then the whole kind of pop flute thing gave her a hook?
Which
and
one?
650 on B says
The Land Whale.
Oh, I just thought maybe she was a food taster at a all-you-can-eat buffet.
Well, I'm sure she did that in her spare time, but
Jim says 7 on B.
Yeah. So Darkness. At this point, you're outbid on B, and you'd have to go 550 or higher on G and H.
Yes. Yeah.
So far, nobody else has bid on I, right? So Grazie has that at the moment.
Grazie. Nobody's bid on I yet.
Right.
The open bid for $5 is available.
I think that's what he's asking. Is I available? $5. So I think he just put a bid on it. But yeah, if you put the number first, I'll notice, because I didn't notice that. I kind of skipped over because the number usually goes first. That it catches my eye, and I know to stop because I'm usually looking up and down quite a bit.
Yeah.
She washed up on a shore. Hey y'all, that Fantastic Four is dope.
And Rhaegar, it's good that she didn't wash ashore in Oregon.
This is indeed a very dope issue of Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So if you know, you know.
Alrighty, and we had let's see. I went to Gracie, and by all means, thank you very much for showing up there.
Can't hear sound, so
7 for B.
To yes.
Gotcha. All right.
No bid on I.
Guy just walked a 130 hitter.
Let's see. We have 7 on B from Jim.
Oh,
Got
man.
that. And then we had 8 on B from Darkness, and that is our first fisticuffs. And then 10 on B from Jim. Ooh, he's popping that up there.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
15 on B says Darkness.
Me.
Alrighty, and let's see, 16 as we get our first Donnabrook of the evening. All right, Gratto of our little, yes, there's no bid on I, and yeah, hope it's a decent restaurant. And we have 20. Say again?
I'm pretty sure there's only one where he lives right now.
Oh, okay, that bad. We got 20.
That's a small town.
On B. He skipped 4 grades to get to 20.
I know.
And Eric's like, he's clearing his throat, but he's like, ooh, that might have.
Yeah, I think I can let the phlegm settle back in.
There you go. Okay.
Or maybe not.
Or not.
Let's see. We got 25. Damn. It's so tense. 176.
Yeah. No, that's Eric.
Yeah.
That's 10.
No, it isn't, because Jim bid against himself. It counts as 1.
When did he bid against
He
himself?
made the first on nobody bid 550. It was his bid of $5, and then Jim bid $6 against himself, and then Darkness popped up. So it counts as one bid of $6. An opening bid. Sorry, I thought about it, but I was like, well, he kind of bid on himself as a starting at 6. So technically, it's yeah. Sorry, we got to do it proper. It'll come when it comes. Yeah. What is a hoodwinker sunfish? What? Couldn't even tell you there, man. Seriously. Alrighty, do we hear 2550 or 26 from Darkness? Is that gonna stop at 25? That being said, what else we have around the block? ElfQuest has no love, neither does Lassie or the Blue Devil. The entire bottom, well, nope, Phantom Stranger is still waiting for a home to go to on the bottom row. And that is that. Oh, by the way, we have a firefight!
And if you had 1 hour and 16 minutes, you won.
Alrighty,
I didn't have to add anything this time because it's 2 weeks in a row.
I know, right? 2 weeks in a row, we have firefights thanks to Jim and Darkness there. Jim folds at 35. Let's get the 1 minute warning up. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. And let's see where this goes. Let's see where it goes. Can we steer a Glenzer to a Phantom Stranger, or anybody interested in a Golden Age Lassie? There are some books you never know. You never know. Those things are huge. Our hoodwinker sunfish. Is that an actual fish?
I don't know, and I don't want to say yes or no because I don't know what trap I'm falling into with a
right. Rhaegar, you never know. You never know with Rhaegar. I will say this. Thank you to everybody. We had 2 months without a firefight. In 2 weeks we had 2, so it's good to know they're back in some way, shape, or form.
So, E, were you still watching last night when Micah did his show and tell with the Walt Disney Comics and stories?
I was not. I was getting stuff ready and getting pins ready. I got a whole bunch of pins, and I was looking them up and getting whole 9 yards. I watched for a little bit though. After
we got done ranking, he showed about 35 issues of them.
Oh wow! Were any of the ones that you were ranking last night?
19 was his oldest. But he had a lot of them.
Hold on. Is B around a $5 rate? What do you think? Is it around a $5 rate? A 5 rate? I put it at $5 for a reason. If that's what you're asking, yeah. I'm not sure what you mean.
I thought he was asking what grade is around
5. Yeah, I would definitely put it at that. Because otherwise, this would have been in the big dogs, because it does have a little roll right here. Corners are sharp. It's just that it's got that. That was the big thing. That's why I put it at the 5. So, yeah. But there you go. That's where it is. All righty. Let's get the. We got the 1 minute warning. Let's get the stop. We'll bring these down. We'll get the next round up. Okay. And let's see. Let me get where to put it. Here it is. Okay, going. We have Jim with the Superboy. 5. We have 35 with the Darkness Comes. No love for Lassie. Aw. And then we have no love for ElfQuest. I guess hot chicks don't sell if they're elves. And then no love for the first appearance Kid Devil. Let's see. Do we have? Yep, Darkness has the Fantastic Four at 5, and then Jim has the Thors, 5 each, and Gratu has the Vault of Evil. No love for the Phantom Stranger. All right, let's put that here. Let's get this one into. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nope. Don't fall. Let's see. I think we might have time for one last. I mean, at 9:30 we're doing big dogs. Next up we have Terminator by James Robinson and Matt Wagner. This is a one-shot prestige format. Next up we have another one-shot prestige format, Punisher: The Prize. I don't know who the artist and writer on that. It doesn't say. Next up we have the first appearance of Calvin Ellis. This is Final Crisis number 7. And then we have the Super Soldier from Amalgam Comics. There are some cover ticks. And then we have X Patrol from Amalgam Comics. Triumph of Brother Brood. Next up, we have the first appearance of Genisvel. Captain Marvel's son. It's Silver Surfer Annual number 6. Then we have issue 1 of Vampirella Painkiller Jane. Well, shit. I just hit the light and I just noticed there's a line going right there. So be very careful about that one. Harley Quinn number 11, the Amanda Conner Power Girl cover. And then we have Young Justice Presents. It's another one shot. This is a 100-page spectacular number 3. And then finally, we have The Flash issue number 750. There you go. All righty. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go. No, it is not too late there, Gradu. If there's nobody who challenged you, you can still get them. So I'll move them over and put your name down for them. All right. Thanks, sir. Okay. And let's see. Lassie Gratu. And Phantom Stranger. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so anything of interest here, Mr. Breen?
Damn it, I was hoping you were going to word it differently.
Oh, sorry. What would you go for? I don't know how you need it. I don't know what the script is.
Where are you going here?
Where are you going here, sir?
Back to the previous lot. Ha!
I take it you like that one a little bit better.
Yeah, I would say the 2 Amalgam books would probably be my first choice.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Super Soldier is really good. And I do like the Amalgams. I'm one of the lucky people with the trade paperbacks.
And if Flash wasn't bad in this run.
No, that's Josh Williams. Yeah.
And yeah, I collected Silver Surfer all the way through that series. I don't remember how many Vampirella Painkiller Jane crossovers there were. But the one I read, I liked. They were undercover at like some, beauty pageant for vampires to pick out their next victim or something silly like that. But, and honestly, for the first handful of issues, I liked the Harley Quinn Power Girl thing.
Yeah, well, this is oddly enough, a lot of people look on the New 52 as a decent Harley Quinn run. It was the Rebirth when it started really hitting the wall. Of course, the better of the runs, the ones that most people really do like, are the and this isn't. I don't think. Yeah, it's the one that started in 2000. It isn't until after the New 52 that Harley Quinn became insufferable, and I think it's really when they started pushing hard the Poison Ivy Harley thing.
I'll go on with that.
Because with this, I remember quite a few people liking the Power Girl and Harley dynamic.
But now all the DC books have hit the wall because she's in every one of them.
Yeah, and they're even turning Power Girl not good.
Oh, Leah Williams did that from issue 1.
Yep. Just not good.
Start on there. Yeah. Although it is a weird looking Harley that she drew on that cover. That is.
I like the hair that way with the kind of in the buns, the almost like afro puffs, but different colors. I like the hair that way.
Well, her face looks almost skull-like, though. So Jim says 5 on G and I. So hey, Breen, you sold the Vampirella Painkiller Jane.
Hey, how about that?
All right. Vault of Evil 11 and Stranger. I'm getting cut. By all means, take a comment if you need. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
If we had one, we would.
Oh, okay. I see. It's that kind of day.
Yeah.
So, okay, I haven't seen any Go USA's the last couple of days. Are the curling team not playing now, or?
No, actually, the U.S. Yesterday qualified for what they call the Super 8 or the quarterfinal. Well, it's the weird quarterfinals. What they do is, so after this group play, then they take the 8 qualifiers, put them in 2 groups of 4 for another series of round robin matches to get the semifinals. But yeah, the USA qualified in the most odd way. So their match was rained out in Fort Lauderdale, and so both sides get a point because it's to draw, and that 1 point gives them 5 points, and Pakistan cannot score 5, so the U.S. goes in as the 2 seed from Group A.
I had no idea curling was that big.
It's not curling; it's cricket.
Oh, is there a difference?
It's
just a little bit.
No.
Yes,
it's all soccer. It's all soccer. It's just it's un-American.
Well, I mean, today we had the best non-traditional sports day. You had the Euros going. So you had the European Soccer Championships. You had T20 cricket, and
it's the Ocho.
Castle.
All right, let's see. The only thing that's gotten any love is G and I from Jim, the first bid out. It is 3 minutes since. You want to put up the 1 minute warning, and I personally, I'm pointing out the Terminator, best book on the lot, hands down. That's the one. Or Super Soldier. It's really good as well.
That's a home run.
Well, it's pretty good. Yeah, I guess as far as the amalgams are concerned, that would be a home run. But so is James Robinson on Terminator. That book was excellent. That's where I would send everybody. But we will see. We got the 1 minute warning. Once again, it's Jim on G and I, right? No, not G. Yeah, G and I. Obi Katie. And then we're getting to the big dogs. It's 9:31, so we're not late or anything with them. Not really. Bum, bum. Da-na-na-na. Da-na. Oh, also, every $10 gets you on the wheel. We've got 3 independent trade paperbacks today. The Die by Gillen. And then we have Lady Death by Brian Perluto. And Cyberforce by the dude who did Cyberforce. That's a long time ago. Well, who was that guy? Silvestri, right? Silvestri was Cyberforce, right?
I think so.
I would lose that Jeopardy question. Okay. And let's get stopped. Let's move on. Let's move on to the big dogs. And once again, everything hits the reject box except for G and I. I thought maybe of these, like I said, sometimes when I'm buying them, I'm going, well, this might not sell, but this I think is absolutely going to sell. For some reason, I thought this one would. This is a weird choice because people like that version, but the new version kind of puts a bad taste. And I was actually thinking this may be too new for this crowd. I don't know what I was doing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, but it was G and I, and that was Vampirella and Painkiller. Where to put it? Oh, it's in front of me. I am a dumbass. Okay, and it was also I was Young Justice. All right. There we go, and the rest into the reject box. Boom. And let's start on some big dogs. Woof, freaking woof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, wait a second. What is it's the oh, I've got these mixed up, don't I? Okay. What does it go to? 1, 2. Oh shit. 1, 2. Oh, I see what happens. Okay, there we go. 3, 4, 5. Flip it over, and it's 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay. Got it. A little bit of a misunderstanding on what books came with. Okay, I'm just mumbling to myself. I'm practicing for oldness. All right, kids. Next up, we have DC 100 pages for only 60 cents. It's going to cost a little bit more these days. This is The Unexpected, issue 159. Let me run that over. You see a little bit. You see that little dent right by the U? Okay. Let's move that up a little bit more. All righty. As you can see, the spine is actually just a little touch right there on the bottom. All right. Go on to the other part. There's sharp corners, a little bit above the O. There you go. All righty. And then we have issue number 159. All righty. Get in focus. Get in focus. All right. Doing pretty good on that side. Little trouble above the DC. All right. Right there. You see that little dent right between Frozen in Fear and Creatures That Never Existed? Okay, little line on that corner there. And looks like a little shelfware right under the O and More. Okay. Then we have Scary Monsters. This is the 33rd issue, and it takes on Village of the Damned. All right. There we go. And then we have famous movie monsters. This is our famous monsters of Filmland, or whatever it was called. This is issue number 186, and this is Poltergeist. Or the focus on Poltergeist, obviously. Tron, the Road Warrior, Beastmaster, and Star Trek Wrath of Khan is also in there. 1982. Wow. Eric was in his 20s. I was 12. I was 12 years old back in 1980. No, that was November. When is this? That was August. Yeah, I would have just turned 12 in August. Well, in July, anyway. And this is the ET issue, and this is 189. There you go, trying to not have the glare on it. Let's see. The legendary John Carradine, kids. Beware Halloween 3 and The Incubus. Halloween 3 was such a bomb at the time, but I will tell you, it is so entertaining. I am glad I am old enough to actually understand that movie and understand it was actually good. Here you go. All righty. Next up, we have The Killing Joke. Now, this is the 6th printing. And then we have the first appearance of the third Clayface. This is issue number 478 of Detective Comics. There you go. And then we have, what I found out is the actual first appearance of what's his name? Red Hood guy.
His first time in the costume?
His first time as Robin, but he doesn't wear the traditional Robin costume. And that's why you see the other book as his first appearance as, I guess, official Robin, because here he's Robin, but he's in a different costume. Like he grabbed his own identity. There you go. And this is Detective Comics number 526, which is also, of course, double size, blah, 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 yada, yada. Forgot the number of this, but this is, I don't think I wrote it down. Nope. This is a 1959 Walt Disney Mickey Mouse.
That's a 4-color. It's up there. Oh no, that's the date. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's early in the
I think. There you go. All right. Once again, 1959, as you can see. You can also. All righty. Let's see. And finally, this one is beautiful. And anybody who's dealt with these Dell Giants, you've got to agree. This is the spine. I was showing this off on the unboxing, and I may have come off geeky about a spine, but if you've ever dealt with these Dell Giants, you know that is a beautiful thing. But this is Around the World with Huckleberry and his friends. On average, on eBay, this goes $25 to $35. I got it at a price I could give it to you at 15 or between, higher. So there you go. Just to give you a little heads up on that. But oh, by the way, that's also without shipping, the price I mentioned. But there you go. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go.
The Mickey Mouse is number 66.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to write that down on the. All righty. Eric, I've got to ask, what's drawing you, man? Other than damn near everything, right? This is an awesome fucking board. I know we don't count Big Dogs as Board of the Nights, but I feel so good about this pull.
Honestly, okay, I have to eliminate 4. The magazines because of, to me, 1982 is yesterday.
All
when
right.
it comes to magazines. And oddly enough, The Killing Joke, because I loved Marshall Rogers was still on the art on 478. I love that anniversary story in Batman. I need to read it again to remember what it was, but I do remember loving it. I really love the Dell stuff now, and 100-page spectaculars DC. I can't. Yeah, I said I'm a mark for those too.
Okay, so you're not into the magazines or The Killing Joke.
I love The Killing Joke, but I'm saying for the purpose of the slot.
Yeah,
like I like my monster magazines from the 50s to the 70s.
Okay, well that's why that's what drew me to the Village of the Damned. I love Village of the Damned, but Scary Monsters is almost a secondary to.
Well, the new monster mags are coming out. They revived Castle of Frankenstein. You Scary Monsters. They got like Monster Mash. Like that. The Fossils all seem to really be into those, so they must be doing something right.
I'm looking at these. I am heading towards Huckleberry Hound. I know that it just for the way you got to understand, I've had a lot of Dell Giants. I am telling you, there has not been one in this great in shape. You know, going for the Mickey Mouse, I've always wanted the first appearance of the Clayface. The Unexpected are awesome. Getting that this is just an awesome board. If I were to only pick 3, though, it would probably be the Huckleberry Hound and the 2 Unexpected, because they're in great shape for what they are. You know I'm right. Search your feelings. The spine should be torn apart at this point to be normal. All righty, let's see where we started. Big dogs. We start off, and right away, One Slick says A, B, and J. Let's see where we go with this. One Slick Dude gets A at 15, B at 15, and J, which is the Huckleberry Hound. Oh, he grabbed what I put. Okay. Let's see, and then we get 10 on H and I from Darkness. Good pull on those. Darkness comes, 10 on H and I. All righty, next up we've got, let's see, Jim says 10 on H, a little bit late. 15 on J from Darkness, just a little bit late. And then we've got 11 on H from Jim. Alrighty. Smell that sports juju in the air. Boyd, Jackson, Rhaegar, Jim, and 12 on H from Darkness Comes. All right. And let's see. We have 16 on J from Darkness Comes. And then we have 15 on H from Jim. All righty, and then we have 17 on J from One Slick. And then 20 on J from Darkness Comes. Let's see, 21 on J from One Slick. Jay's saying not for sale, but he's worked for me under the bridge. He's definitely for rent. I'm glad everybody has a sense of humor around here. 25 on J from Darkness Comes. Alrighty. And RDV just entered the game here. Hello, hello, sir.
Hello.
Let's see. 25, 26 from One Slick Dude on J.
Wow, I didn't know that Jay was that popular tonight.
Oh, yeah, people want him. He's been proving very, very popular under the bridge. Darkness Comes says 28 on J.
Someday.
And hold on just a sec. One Slick says 29 on J. Eric?
Yes.
We have a firefight!
And even though I used to not want to do 2 of these in one night, I'm making up for lost time. So if you had 1 hour and 43 minutes, you won again.
Oh my gosh. Darkness Comes 35 on J. But One Slick is not letting loose. He says 36. All righty. Firefight confirmed, says Eric and Boyd. Is One Slick. Darkness says 50, and One Slick says that. 51.
Turn them loose.
All right. Well, I arrived in the comments just in time to hear firefight. It's firefight number 2 today, Maranya. It's a good day. Good day to be alive, as they say. I was going to say good day to be a king, but I think that would have sounded pretentious because not everybody would understand where that's actually from.
Flying
History of the world, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's good to be the king.
It's good to be the king. Yep. You look like the royal piss.
You look like a bucket of shit.
You look like the royal piss boy, and you look like a bucket of shit. Yes. How'd the reading go, kids?
Did pretty good.
It's from it's from 2 movies, says Maranya.
Got a super chat on the Batman Superman.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
From Perry the Platypus. Then we we just did the Batman Outsiders number 22.
Oh, good to know. I do feel. Oh, hold on, just like I do feel I would be remiss in my duties not to mention that there is no love for the magazines yet, and the Killing Joke and the first appearance of Clayface 3 is still without a home.
I need the pick your guys' memories as far as DC Comics back in '85 when Crisis was starting. We just read the issue 22 of Batman Outsiders where they go to the Watchtower where Batman discovers it's been destroyed. He's like,
okay.
Does that comic book tie into Crisis, which started a month earlier?
It may have.
There were a lot of...
There was no explanation as far as how it got destroyed. What's over in that book?
Oh, maybe it did.
There was no see this before that, you know.
Jim is humble bragging. He's got G already.
Yeah, I was just curious because I looked it up. I was like, "What the heck happened?" I was looking at the JLA and then I realized, oh, 85. That's Crisis. Yeah.
I gotta get my wall books up.
Wow, you put ET under E.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even notice you the
purpose?
first person. No, it was not. All righty, it's been a few minutes. Let's get the 1 minute warning, sir. The last bid was 51 on Jay from One Slick Dude. Before we go, if there's any love for for the Killing Joke or the first appearance of Clayface or any of the magazines.
You know, E, I would say that it's unexpected, but those are an A and B. Oh!
And Darkness Comes 57.
Oh, okay. He wants to ignite that battle. He did not say quit. He said 57.
Do we hear a 58? And we do. But One Slick Dude.
Alrighty, 58 from One Slick Dude. Okay, let's see where this goes. Within the next minute, remember, it's got to be every 30 seconds.
60.
60 from Darkness Comes. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. It's like the tension is palpable. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun,
If you're gonna go, you gotta go within the next
61.
I'll go cool.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, they might make them stop bidding.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Oh, 75 right before the last bum. By the way, those you do it twice, that's 30 seconds. That's why they run the theme song twice.
I know, but they're hearing you sing though.
Hey, just got to keep track, right? Got to keep track.
They have this nifty device called a watch.
Bum, bum. Yeah, my cell phone's way across the room.
Oh.
Dun 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 na 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 dun 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 la dun 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 boom boom, and it goes to Darkness Comes at 75. That being said, let's still get the stop. And wow. Whew. Thank you very much to Darkness Comes. 75 on Jay. Woo. That is nuclear. I keep saying we got to come up with something there. All right.
More bids.
Oh, hey, Glenzer came in as we were stopping. 10 on D and 15 on E. All righty. 10 on D, which is the Famous Monsters for Glenzer, the Poltergeist issue, And 15 on E, the ET issue. All righty, cool. Had to mute, said Rhaegar. All of you. I don't know. I like the fact that your phone just acted like a sensor beep, or your computer, whatever it was. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right, yeah. Holy shiitake mushrooms, kids. But we have this. This is what we have going on here. We have no love, just for just 3 things. The scary monsters. Okay. We had no love for the Killing Joke and no love for the Clayface. All right, let's put that there. And Unexpected is with One Slit Dude at 15 each. The Famous Monsters 186 with Glenzer at 10. 189 with Glenzer at 15. All right. And then we have, let's see, what was else? The Detective Comics 526 with Jim at 15. Mickey Mouse with Darkness Comes at 10. And Huckleberry Hound with Darkness Comes at 17. I'm telling you, look at this. Look at this. That is some sweet giant-sized Dell right there. That is awesomating there. Okay. All righty, kids. That down, and we'll bring up the next batch. I think we have 4 lots of big dogs today. Next up, we have the Resurrection of Elektra. That issue number 190. Daredevil 190. Can somebody let Pixel in?
All right, I'll let him in. Right.
Next up, we have Marvel Spectacular number 5, starring the mighty Thor. This is the Thor reprint book, and this is reprinting the first appearance of the High Evolutionary.
Number 5.
Number 2. Next up, we have something I'm actually surprised. I was surprised at this one. But it is an old Usagi Yojimbo from Fantagraphics. This is the color special issue number 3.
Number 3.
The ZACK special. Fantagraphics too.
Then it would be all white.
Next up, we have the first appearance of Karma, the issue drawn and by Frank Miller. This is Marvel Team Up 100.
100.
All righty.
Featuring the Fantastic Four.
Next up, we have Solar, Man of the Atom, number 1 from Valiant.
Number 1.
Stay. Okay, next up, we have Detective Comics number 494. This is also a one of those 60-page special double size all over the place kind of things. And we do get stories from Batgirl and Robin and Black Lightning and more.
494.
Next up, we have Wonder Woman, issue number 293, co-starring the Joker and the Huntress, or at least there is a story with them, and Robin as Batman.
293 of Wonder Woman.
Then we have issue number 284.
284. Wonder Woman.
And we have 288.
Wonder Woman.
And finally, we have, to fill this lot out, issue number 11 of Sergeant Fury Special Marvel Edition.
Number 11.
There we go. With Captain America. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go. All righty.
How about that solar flare?
How about that solar glare?
Thank you. I certainly appreciate that. Let's get... There we are.
What about that polar bear?
I think so. When do you wake up?
Yeah. All righty. So what do you say, Eric?
I think the detective would be my first choice. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, RDV? You see anything that appeals?
Well, Fantagraphic, whenever they put, they only print the best. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I've never seen any Fantagraphic books that are bad. They're not entertaining.
Well, Usagi Yojimbo is one of my favorite. I actually like Usagi Yojimbo a little bit better than the Turtles.
I'm not a huge fan of Stan Sakai. I'm more like the one they just did to release this week. That was not Stan Sakai. It was actually more. He was more. Basically, Usagi was more like the '80s Turtles. You know, personalities. They dumbed them down. But anyway, I would go for Detective and Sergeant Fury's Marvel or edition or special Marvel edition, because those are just fun. That's classic Marvel. That's classic Detective. You know, it's got that dollar, especially Detective. It's got that dollar thing on there. You know, it's great.
All right. How about you, Pixel? You want to chime in?
Well, you know, it's really hard for me to say that I wouldn't go for a story with Spider-Man in it, but yes. Yeah, no, that's seriously what I would go for. Spider-Man.
Well, Marvel Team Up, that was one of my favorite books as a kid. I read that to the point where the book was dog-eared. It was incredible. Now, as I'm older, though, I'm going for that Usagi Yojimbo and the first appearance of the High Evolutionary and Wonder Woman right here. I think those are my three.
Okay, but that's because you're a furry.
No, actually, that seems really gross to me. Pretending you're fucking an animal. No, I mean.
Wait.
Stop pretending.
Yeah, you really jumped far ahead there.
I was kidding around, man.
No.
Joking. I wasn't being serious.
All right, one slick dude. No, neither one. One slick dude says, "Hey, look, Pixel, don't fuck your pets. They lose trust in you. Trust me on that."
I'm just gonna say, it's
never, eight on E from one slick.
It's never been a joke, the donkeys that you've molested.
You know what? I've never joked. Okay, so we have one slick with 8 on E.
I mean,
He said he found it disgusting. He didn't say he didn't do it.
No, I said being a furry. Okay,
No,
I mean it's mocking lifestyles. Jim says 8 on F and 10 on G. 8 on F.
Hey, Pixel.
Yes.
10 on G.
I'm so awake.
Me too.
And then it was 8 on H and I.
I made it through 3 readings so far, and I'm so awake here at the auction. God bless Moundu.
And let's see. Darkness Comes says 8 on D. The Marvel Team Up.
After you guys are done with the auction here tonight, go check out the Geeky Puppet Show, the readings we did this morning, I uploaded. The Super Sons is hilarious.
By the way, I knew he was joking, but I was going somewhere with my own jokes.
But I mean,
let's see. Jay is a reprint of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, says one slick, issue number 13. Shovel some shell. I'm selling shovels.
Pixel messed up on the wrong intro in. We just started panicking.
Listen. And so for the reading that people will see later after this auction is finished.
Of course.
It's Super Sons. And I have my intros that I have in StreamYard labeled usually just by the initials. So I had SS intro, and I thought, oh, I have an intro for Super Sons? That's great. Little did I know, it's Suicide Squad, and for Suicide Squad, I went ahead and added bombs and gunfire and all these things. So it sounded like a war zone.
And then you got to think. Okay, so do I correct it or do I just leave it?
Well, Pixel probably forgot all about that reading because I'm the one that's basically been uploading the readings.
But by the time I look and I see like Maranya goes, hey, you lose sound in the last 5 minutes, and I'm thinking there is 300. This back in the day, there is 300 views on this already. Do I delete the 300 views or do I just let it go?
My favorite is when you're talking and you get cut off at the end. Yeah, that does happen.
I
sometimes I do that with I I'll be ending it and people will get cut off. So what I'll do, I'll just delete out the first part of them talking. That way it doesn't sound like they're getting cut off. I like having that crisp, clean, silent, and then ending. So, but no, that was hilarious though, because Pixel and I we recorded that a long time ago, and at least 2 or 3 years ago, and so it's just us two doing readings by ourselves, and it was just chaos. I loved it. So we recorded the third one. Probably be airing that sometime later this week, but
Indeed.
yeah. So the funny part is because I aired Super Sons this morning because I did before Rod's stream, which is around like 10 Eastern. I aired the Just League Adventures and I aired Super Sons because I had like 2 of them. They're short, so I wanted to fill an hour out, get that Saturday morning going. And it was funny because I looked at the comments like, I got a comment already on the Super Sons. It's Tevya. Like he's got a radar out for when it comes to Super Sons. He's like, here's a poster on somewhere. I gotta go comment. I didn't know he was even subscribed. That's the funny part because he like never leaves comments.
He saw Super Sons and he was like, after
I know. Well, that's that's his favorite. That's his favorite comic book. I'm not gonna lie.
But do you think he saw it was Super Sons and commented just because of that, or do you think he watched the video and saw?
I don't think he watched at all. I think he just commented.
No, because otherwise he would have had a reaction.
Yeah, there was no reaction.
again.
Because it's pretty much. I had no. I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, there's bombs everywhere. We're dying!" Oh god.
Alrighty.
No, that's fun. I miss just reading it just Pixel and I because we can just go full out, just insanely crazy.
You're crazy. I am insane.
We're a little more structured when we have more people on.
You kind of have to be. I get that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're basically kind of wrangling. All right. Let's see what we got going on
in my Wrangler jeans.
Since the last bid. Let's get the 1 minute warning, please. Looks like there was no other bids since Darkness Comes bid on D. We get the 1 minute warning, and what we've got so far is no love for A, B, or C, the Daredevil 190 Marvel Spectacular 5 or Usagi Yojimbo. Marvel Team Up is with Darkness Comes at 8. Solar Man of the Atom #1 is with One Slick Dude at 8. Jim has the Detective Comics 494 and the 2 Wonder Women. No love for Sergeant Fury at this point. Alrighty.
Hey, Breen.
Barring any last minute bids.
Snoop Dogg was doing commentary for the Brewers in the Reds game.
I saw that.
I thought that was hilarious.
It was about the only entertaining thing in that game other than Ortiz's home run. That was boring as hell.
Yeah. People in the comments, because I saw it on the Instagram for Brewers thing, I follow that. And people are like, man, if Euchre get up in age, if Euchre goes, can we just get this Snoop Dogg as a permanent?
They said the game before, the guy inexplicably tried to bunt with 2 outs in the 9th and popped up to the pitcher. And it said Euchre just didn't know what to say. 90 years old, and you never see anything that stupid.
Yep. Euchre is, oh my god, he is such a witty guy.
He hasn't lost much of it either.
No. We watch his Carson interviews.
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about, now at 90.
Yeah, I know, but look how sharp he was back then. Yeah, and he's
he was 40.
No. I'm saying, compare that to today. He's still, I agree with you. Like he has not lost a step.
He did a thing for Sports Illustrated, and I think he was in his early 70s, and he still had a 6-pack.
Yep.
Well, that's an athlete for you.
Even one that was self-deprecating in his career isn't thought of in any way, shape, or form as an athlete. But yeah, he kept himself in really good shape. That's why he's still sharp at 90.
Yeah. So Venkman, did you ever watch Mr. Belvedere?
Yeah, I actually own it.
Alrighty, let's see. Let's get the stop. and I guess I gotta get this sheet for reading off things. But let's see. No love for Daredevil, Marvel Spectacular, Usagi Yojimbo, or Sergeant Fury. All right. And let me see if I can remember this from heart here. Darkness Comes has Marvel Team Up 100. One Slick Dude has Solar Man of the Atom. And Jim has The Detective and all 3 Wonder Woman, all at starting price or starting bid.
Hey, okay. And, I'm braining.
1,
Look at
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All righty, kids. What are you braining?
He's brought up Mr. Belvedere, so I just showed my Belvedere collection.
Gotcha.
Oh, breeding. I heard breeding. And I was
all righty, kids. Next up, from 1955, this is issue number 162 of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. Dun, 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 dun.
Be very, very quiet.
Issue number 212 from 1959.
So my question, have you bought anything from other people at the flea markets for your comic books?
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're the only one there.
I have some of the trade paperbacks that have been giveaways have come from the flea market.
Oh, that's cool.
And some of the dollar books have come from the flea market. A couple of $5 books have come. Yeah, I've done. Okay. There's a guy there that sells a lot of. I mean, he's just got. It's like overstock from something. So my thinking is, because I have $1 book, basically the same price as here. So if he wants to sell me 50-cent books to put in my flea market, this is issue number 235 from 1961. I will oblige him. He gets what he wants. I get what I want. And all the cool books are over on mine. Then we have issue number 240 from 1961.
You want to hear something funny?
Hold on just a sec.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Magnus Robot Fighter. And this is issue. Oh, I didn't have that. What is... I think this is issue number 32, I want to say. But here we have Magnus Robot Fighter from Gold Key.
It's right where the date is under the Gold Key sign.
Yep, July. Then we have Ghost Stories, and this is issue number 4. This is from Dell.
James Brolin on the cover.
There we go.
And Aunt May.
And then we have issue number 10 of Ghost Stories. And then we have issue number 22. And we have issue number 23. And finally, we have issue number 25. There we go. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go. All right. What's funny, and then we'll talk about the books.
So you remember how that guy was putting notes on the back of his books? Yeah. I literally was on a stream with a guy last night who puts those same notes on the back of his books.
Go figure. Wow.
I don't know if it was him or other people that do it too. But are you talking to the guy who I got his books in a collection? Somehow got his books because he's been selling his books. He does auctions too sometimes, But I was like, so maybe somehow you got his books, or just maybe they're out there putting notes. But I was just like, dang, what are the odds?
I know it could just be one hell of a coincidence.
Because right? I'm trying to think of the comic book community is probably kind of small. The people on eBay buying and selling are probably small as well.
Is EBC Eric Breen Comics? Well, I was letting Eric answer.
I don't know what I don't know what the EBC came from. So
Evil Black Cat, I think.
oh, besides that,
Let's see. We have One Slick saying F, G, H, I, and J. So he wants the bottom row, and it looks like Darkness took the top row. Alrighty.
this is one of the coolest lots I've ever seen in these auctions.
Oh, thank you. Or
You got Zach on the cover of 5 of them.
I thought it was Moon Knight. Oh.
And,
all right.
and then you have Eglantine on the first 4.
Go. Yeah, actually, that. Okay, I get it. Because I'm rich, and I own a mansion and a yacht.
That's right. That's what
Yep.
I was saying.
Has nothing to do with being bought. Now, just out of curiosity, on D, am I the guy racing or the guy with a gun?
I wouldn't call you a pig. I'm not going to go that far.
Okay, thank you. Thank you at least for that much.
I mean, I wouldn't do it either out loud.
You think so?
Right.
I have never said that out loud.
You know what? I started balding when I was young 20s. I'm not. Yeah, this is not a surprise to me.
And you've perfected it.
I really have.
Don't worry. Baldness runs in my family. I'm probably going to be losing this hair with.
The thing is, at this point, it's not an insult. I'm bald. I have been bald for a long time. I don't care.
So if you go bald, you really are the puppet master.
If I could convince my younger self, if I could go back in time and convince him to shave off that 1980s big ass hair, I would do that. Except for back then, it was the skinhead movement, and that wouldn't be good.
Daddy,
What's up?
Yes, Alicia.
are we in this auction?
Do you mean are we being sold? Or do you mean we're here commenting?
Either.
I think we're commenting now, Alicia.
Oh, good.
What the fuck?
You know, Alicia was actually in Super Sons #3.
The hell did you record my prom?
Your prom? You did a poor man's Peter Lorre for your prom?
Well, no, that's what my date sounded like.
Oh, that's good. You did a poor man. That's why.
Well, at least she did not sound like this.
Rhaegar, yes.
I think she did with her voice box like this.
Oh, awesome! I actually won an auction.
I'm happy.
One of the books. It's not in great condition, but one of the books that we will have next week are the first appearance of Eternity. So there we go. And Fantastic Four #27.
Which is Madman in a Box, a repeat.
Yeah, one's going to be more expensive. All right, let's get the 1 minute warning. The last bid was Darkness Comes getting the top row. One Slick has the bottom row, and there we go. Bro's fingers are like the things from the War of the Worlds. Yep.
He's talking about my pixel fingers.
By the way, I'm a tad disturbed that when I started that bit and said "Daddy," that you answered.
I know. I was waiting for that.
I don't get it. I'm the one with kids. How can that disturb you?
Wait. I mean,
Last I checked, I wasn't one of them.
but you're his work wife, though. So.
Well, you're not the only guy who calls me daddy. It's just that you're the one that says it and doesn't pay me. So I'm used to it.
That's right, Daddy.
Hey, if you guys are going to continue that joke, occasionally I'm going to steer into it also. All righty, kids. We got Darkness Comes with the top row with the Looney Tunes and the Magnus Robot Fighters. All right. And on the bottom row, One Slick Dude has the Ghost Stories. Okay. In what was called probably one of the greatest lots in auction history. I don't disagree. Okay. I think this is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the last of the big dog lots. Let me. I wrote with a pen. I need to put a marker on this one.
Wait.
Right. I have a book, and I'll be talking about it in this lot that I looked around, and there is only one recorded sale of it in months. It's very, very freaking rare. I can't find it on eBay or anything. But here, this is not it. I'll talk about it when we get there. We got Superboy, and this is issue number 106.
106.
And we have Superboy issue number 107. I guess here we are.
There's a dead dog in that book.
107.
And then we have issue number 135.
135.
There we go. And then we have Adventure Comics starring the Legion of Superheroes, and this is 332.
332.
All right. And we have issue number 344 of Adventure Comics starring the Legion of Superheroes.
344.
Yeah, basically that is it. That is the way. And then we have Adventure Comics issue number 349. Let me get rid of the sticker here.
349.
There we go. The first appearance of Universo. And then we have issue number 281 of Action Comics.
I forgot the number as soon as you said it.
This is 281, and this is the book I was talking about. It's Harvey Hits number 14, starring Herman and Catnip. I looked everywhere, and I could not find another issue. The one that I found was selling at $15 for this condition, but I bought it cheap. If you guys are interested, there you go. It's starting at 8. Outlaws of the West from CBC Comics. CDC Comics. And then we have DC Comics with the Trigger Twins, and this is issue number 1. Bidding begins as soon as LK says go.
What would Sue say to part of this auction, Mr. Breen?
Yeehaw.
Yes, thank you.
I thought you'd say Namor. I love you.
It's this weirdest. You've got 220, 145, 300, 200, 60, 300, 235. So as not to so you won't be kicking yourself for the next few minutes. This is the 60 in mint. So that's.
Wait, what?
I was reading off values of the books in front of and behind that issue 14 of Harvey Hits. This seems to be because you've got some Phantoms, Little Audrey's worth money. Little Dot's uncle.
So you think I'm undervaluing this book?
No, I think it's actually pretty right because I said that one's for whatever reason that one's not worth anywhere near as much as the other ones.
Yeah, the like I said, the recorded sale was at 15.
Well, I'm guessing also because I said they may not be household names today, but like Little Audrey, Little Dot, Phantom, those have a history. I've been doing this for 50 years. I've never heard of these characters.
My mother, I was talking to her. I said, I found this book. I can't find it. She goes, what's it called? And I was like, I told her, and she goes, oh yeah, I watched the cartoons. And and when I looked them up, I found the videos, but I didn't find the comic book. So rare comic, kids. That's what I know. That's a rare comic. Take that how you will.
I would go after that because of the series it's a part of.
The Harvey Hits. Considering you're more apt to find the Phantom and the Little Lulus because those were probably bought more.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said I've not only have I not heard of these, I've never seen this comic in my life.
It's amazing that sometimes you pick up something. It's like, holy crap, that is really cool. So I think it's cool that I looked around and couldn't find it. So this, like I said, it's a rare comic book. I couldn't find on eBay. I couldn't find on Go Collect. I couldn't find on anything, or not that. It was another bidding site, but I couldn't find it. And it was just, wow, this must be something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if it isn't worth a ton, it's something. So But that's just the way my mind thinks. All right.
Wow.
Yep.
No, you got recommended for another channel that's in an auction.
Yeah.
They're selling white whales, basically like $200 books.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit. That was the big difference. I could probably do one of those books at this point. Or I could probably, I guess the way to do it, instead of buying a whole bunch of comics for $200, buy like 4, you know, and try to then make up make that into $400 and then spend $200. You know,
they got a slab 7.0 Hulk 181, I believe it is, with Hulk cover, selling for $4,200.
Yeah, that is definitely a little bit out of my range.
Wow. Yeah. 2 years ago, we sold one of those for, I think, $8. That's how far it's fallen.
I'll post it sports
free money.
I'll post it sports so you could look at some of these prices on these things. They're like there's no way like they'd be in my price range. But it's called the Will Auction. $100 minimum starter bid.
Let's get out. I need a cheap home. Oh God, it barely got to the warning track.
Say again?
I was looking for a cheap home run, but I didn't get it.
Let's see, 217. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Now that I've got those books written down, we are on lot number 13 right now, and right out the gate, we've got 8 on A, C, and D from Jim. Okie dokies. Jim with 8 on A. Jim with 8 on C, and Jim with 8 on D. And then we have 10 on F and G from Jim. All right. And then we had, let's see, next one was Darkness Comes with 10 on H, taking advantage. I think that's a smart buy on this board right here. Like I said, I've been doing this for years now, and this is the first time I've seen it. And then when I went searching for it, I couldn't find another one. That rarely happens. So I think that's the smart buy. That being said, that bid was 3 minutes ago, so I hear you're busy. I'll get the 1 minute. Okay.
So
All right.
house basically is a pass a bill where all men aged 18 to 26 are automatically enlisted to the U.S. military draft.
Yep, here comes the war, and we have to suspend the election. There's your October surprise. I'm going to go grab something to eat real quick. I'll be back momentarily.
Yeah.
All right. We got the 1 minute warning, and as it stands, let's see what's going. What is going without a home? Issue number 107.
Yeah.
Darkness Comes. He said 10 on H. He added a 2. Wait. Did I? That is so weird. Did I actually say 10 on H? I might have, because that's the way my brain works, but I wrote it down as 8. Go figure. It might have been because it was holdover from Jim's. But yeah, I mean, I'm not fighting you on it. I probably did, because I say stuff like that all the time. But there you go. Thanks for calling it out, though, so I could double check. All righty. Oh, goodness, I'm getting old young. Boy. Elizabeth, you got to get to a point where you can take care of me and your mama when we're old. Yeah, Darkness, I got it as 8. No worries. No worries. All righty. Let's see. It's 8:26. I'll put up the stop and we'll get these down. Let's move on to the next round. Zoink. All right. Once again, if you bid for a book that has no bids, I will put that down for you. And those are Outlaws of the West and Trigger Twins. No love for the Westerns today. Flip it over on the other side, and let's see, Superboy 107 And Adventures 344 go without today. Superboy 106 to Jim, as well as 138. And Adventure Comics number 332. And then we have Action Comics 281 and Adventures 349 with Jim, and the Harvey Hits with Darkness. All at the starting bids. Okay, let me get the next round up, and we're moving to the $5 books again, kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, what? Oh, hold on just a second, guys. I need to talk to my daughter.
One.
All right, so yeah, Rhaegar. They apparently they have the House at Congress, basically passed a bill stating that basically anyone ages 18 through 26 will be automatically entered into the draft, military draft. If there's a war, you're going.
No, that's not what it means. All it means right now, if you're 18 to 26, you're required to go to your post office. Well, it used to be your post office. Now I think you can do it online to register for selective service. So then if Congress did authorize a draft, would be in the draft. I mean, you can ask anybody who went through Vietnam what that was about. What the current bill would do is basically just automatically register you for it.
I thought it automatically did already.
When you turn 18.
No, you had to register.
You're required to, but yeah, as one of the articles I read said, people have been not doing it, and there hasn't really been a penalty for it.
They shouldn't, because it's discriminatory if women don't have to do it.
Yep.
That aside, basically all this bill would do would be similar to some of the motor voter rules that, legislation that's been passed in various states, basically, or anything else where you kind of get automatically registered for something if you do X, Y, and Z. So,
all right, kids. Oh, sorry.
No, go on. I mean, that's it. I mean, the whole thing, people are overblowing it that, it means you're automatically getting drafted, blah, blah, blah. No,
well, I mean, when it's being read up by a guy in women's clothing with earrings, I kind of start to worry what else is in that bill.
Yeah.
No, you should be able to plop it right on the tray. The bottom tray, which we need to wash, catches all the stuff.
We're going to send Palpatine the war. We're going to give him a little helmet.
All right, kids. Next up, we have X-Men 1 from the Pizza Hut giveaways.
One.
There we go. And we have Forbidden Worlds. This is issue number 135. Now, the reason why this is here is there is it's on the bottom. There's a spine split that's about to here. Okay, meaning you can lift it up there. All right. And then we have the Button, the Flash issues number 21 and 22, and they are the lenticular covers. So,
lenticular.
Yeah. All right.
Push the button.
And then we have a book from the Archie Adventure series. It's called Zen Intergalactic Ninja. I actually thought this was part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Next up, we have the Rocketeer Adventure magazine. It does have a stain right here. All right.
Okay.
Okay, and next up, we have X Factor number 2.
X Factor number 2.
Second appearance of X Factor. And then we have the mini-series of Super Patriot. It's 1 through 4.
Oh, say, can you sing?
Next up, we have Nottingham, number 1. This is third printing.
Number 1.
And we have Tales from Nottingham, number 1. And finally, we have the first appearance of Dark Horse Presents. Bidding begins at $5 each as soon as LK says go.
I disagree. We should have let them drive the truck with explosives.
Let's see. I do agree that with men only being able to do the. I think so too. You should only have men in ground combat. When it comes to the skills that men and women have, actually they are incredibly good at the clerical. So having them run the behind the scenes stuff would be awesome. It would be it might actually be a step up from what their skills were. Before anybody acts like that would be a down anything, when I talked to my dad about being in the war, he never understood why people disrespected those who were basically making it so that the people who were fighting could do the fight. You need those people. You need those people to do the job. You need to have those people do the job well. So I just do not see the dishonor in it, and I don't understand why people act like there is.
Feels like our nation's become more of like just drone wars, really.
Well, when I hear what my father used to do, women would not be able to keep up. Not physically, it's just the differences are too much. But you're right. These days, drone wars and such, they could probably do that very well.
And it's disturbing being in a room and you can just watch somebody die on a TV.
We got $5 on A from the Frog.
Like playing a video game. Hey, someone's pizza's done.
Yeah, it's Elizabeth's cooking.
Had a baby eats a boy.
No, pretzels.
It's a little toaster oven.
Well, it's not a little toaster oven, but it is a toaster oven.
It's a brave little oven. A brave little toaster.
Yeah, I'm not sure how brave it is.
It
But
might be
yes.
bold though.
It could be a bold one. Yes, that is true facts.
Robert Davy on that DHP. That's what I think of every time I see that face.
Alrighty. Let's see. That was the only one, and then Jim had the others. Okay. So that is 225. All right. Bum, bum. According to Hollywood, 5-foot-tall women can beat 6-foot-tall men easily. Well, of course. I mean, let's not get stupid. Of course they can.
Dude.
There's nobody tougher than River Tam. And because she stood 5'0". You were saying, RDB?
I was gonna say if I win letter A, I'm gonna pull a Doug Ernst and have some Pizza Hut next to my book.
Right.
Yes.
Might as well. It's your book.
Well, it's a Pizza Hut book.
Yeah, you have to. You have to do it.
I think I have the other ones too. There's like 3. I think there's a set of 4. I think you sold me the other 3.
Did I?
Yeah, I remember.
So over time, I've been feeding you this entire series.
Very much.
Oh, cool.
Without the pizza though. The thing is, I remember that commercial too. I saw the commercial for it. I was like, where like take pictures of the Wolverine and like the Cyclops Scott. I remember that in the early '90s they were playing that commercial. I was like, I don't know how I remember it, but I was like, oh my god! I was like, it just as soon as I watched it, I was like, yeah, that's exactly watching that back in there. Even though the commercial it must have been a rerun because they had it for a while, and like I remember they're playing for a while.
Let's get the 1-minute warning. Seems only one book has interest here.
I might go for the other book. I wasn't sure if it was going to go for anything else, but so I'll go for that one.
Well, you feel free to. It's only the 1-minute warning.
Oh, I know.
With the end of the set, I'm going to go ahead and dip to try to get some sleep before I go work for Jeffrey Bezos' slave shop.
Why didn't you go to bed earlier?
I was waiting for my towels to get done because I needed a shower really bad.
Thank you for stopping by. Some of us appreciate it.
That's what you have a hairdryer for.
Thank
Well,
you.
remember, Pixel, you should always keep a towel with you.
If I were a bell, I'd be ringing. Okay, so we got $5 on E as well. Getting that Rocketeer mag. Not a bad purchase.
Yep. I'm slowly collecting Rocketeer here and there.
Alrighty.
I got the Rocket Man one from Innovation, which I'm curious to read that one because it like seems like a weird spinoff, or not spinoff, but
No, Rocket Man was around. He was one of the first serials, as a matter of fact, from the early days.
I know, but it just seems kind of weird because like my it was Rocketeer. That was my right at first time.
Okay, so these X-Men and the Rocketeer go to RDV. Everything else is in the reject here. That's kind of sad. But
did we lose Darkness Comes after that big?
Maybe he's dropped a couple of bills. So
yeah,
maybe, or just I don't have anything on the $5 lot.
Hold on, Grouchy just gave you $5 for B.
$5. Oh, was the Forbidden Worlds, right?
Yep, I believe so.
Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Let me rewind real quickly, but I think it was. I
will put him down for the. It was this one.
Yeah, the with the green hand. Yep, that's it.
Okie dokie.
The other one next to was Flash.
I'll write that down on his page, and then we'll move on to the next Ratu, and it was Forbidden Worlds.
First serial, it might have been Kellogg's Cornflakes. I remember Cornflakes being.
No, I think you're right. I think that was the first cereal. Yes,
because that was a holiday fair. That's what they were eating.
That first kind of cereal, I do believe that was Cornflakes as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, it was either that or it was a Post cereal. I can't remember which.
By the way, I watched that TV show or the movie, whatever you want to call it, Unfrosted. I don't get the hate. I laugh my ass off at this movie. It is a very strange sense of humor, so I guess I can see why people didn't get it, but
there's no idea what you're talking about.
It is it's a fictional telling of how the Pop-Tart came about.
Like, where did you see this on like Disney or something?
No, it's Netflix. Jerry Seinfeld directed.
Oh, that one. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I had a blast with it. I thought it was funny as hell, but. Gail liked it for about 15 minutes and then was just disinterested. She did not like the humor as much as I did. Next up, we have Lone Wolf and Cub, issue number 2. Oh, this is the $3 issues. So, if you don't mind. Let's see. Next up, we have issue number 5. And we have issue number 10. Lone Wolf and Cub, issue number 11.
I guess this went for a couple issues.
Oh, it went for like 30 to 50 or something like that. Issue number 12.
If that had been written today, it'd be like a 5-issue miniseries.
Let's see. We have it would not be made today. Issue number 15, and the way it would be made today would disgust me if I had to. Yeah. Issue number 17. This was such a good effing book. I freaking cringe to think about what modern writers might do. And then we have issue number 18. And just because I needed to fill out these, because we have Batman 397. And we have Batman issue number 414. I would rather we had Renegade or whatever that book was, because basically it was Lone Wolf and Cub. But here we go. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go.
Never read it, but people say it's one of the greatest comic books.
It is, yes. Whoever told you that was telling you.
It was
Frank Miller said that back in the day, back when Frank Miller was good.
Are you surprised? It's Frank Miller.
Well, back in the day, his opinion held weight with me. So
Frank's or Ash's?
Frank.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm at a certain point. Yeah. Ash has been
so.
Right,
give me the synopsis of a generalization as far as the first issue, like Lone Wolf and Cub.
Oh goodness, this is one of those situations where I read a long time ago. I could tell you it is a gaijin, a samurai without a master, and he's traveling with a child and trying to protect that child while danger lurks.
Is it a kid he just came across in a village?
That I don't remember. Tell you the truth, I do not remember that particular point. I do know that this is based. There's a movie series. It's on HBO Max, also.
$3 NJ from Jim Sorensen.
All right.
What's that? Batman, the New Adventures.
Rhaegar saying, him, Governor, sir. Okay. And we got $3 on Jay.
Yes, my loyal geeky puppet show people. Correct him.
Why? What was I saying?
Because he has no master. We don't use that term on our channel. We use governor.
Yeah.
We were a non-Zach reading channel.
Oh well, yeah. I absolutely don't give a.
We just do it because it's funny. It's fun.
Actually, I'm kind of swinging towards Zach's. I'm sorry. Anytime I'm on Twitter and I see black people yelling about free Palestine and Hamas is so freaking great, kill the Jews, all that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking,
well, I'll just say.
So this whole thing about being oppressed, we're done with that now, right? I'm done with it now.
Well,
so
I'm done with people complaining about other people using the N-word when they use it themselves all the time. Like, if you don't want people using that word, quit using it yourself.
That's what is it that
it's
called the Mean Girls, where it's like stop using that word because all you're doing is making it easier for other people to use it or something like that.
Fletch.
Yeah.
That's so fetch.
That was no, but that's what it was.
Yeah. But I mean that's
yes. I've watched Mean Girls and I dig it. So shush.
Lindsay Lohan back when she was still popular.
Yeah, back before she came. She was an actual actress instead of a celebrity. At a certain point, she just kind of let it go.
Ooh.
Which kind of surprised me because I remember, I'd take the kids to see her movies. I was like, this kid's going. I said that about two people back in the day, as far as that's concerned. I said it about Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
I took them to see this movie with Malcolm in the Middle. It had a Malcolm in the Middle and Amanda Bynes, and
she's the man.
No. It was what's his name? He was in Holdovers. He just won an Oscar or got nominated.
I have no idea.
But
Paul
he
Giamatti.
was Paul Giamatti. Yeah, they were making a movie or something like that. Big Fat Liar. Yeah, I was watching this movie with the kids. I took the kids to see it, and I was like, This kid's got something, because she was doing different voice. She was she was on point. She had a good reading as far as the comedy was concerned. So yeah, this chick's gonna go somewhere.
What's up, Nathan?
What's up? And turns out both of them. One, yeah.
Amanda Bynes recently popped up on social media. At least her picture of her.
All right.
She had that, your eyes get the droopy eyelids, So she had corrective surgery, so she looks kind of rough right now.
Yeah, but yeah.
I
Pretty
mean,
girl when she was younger. So Darkness Comes saying $3 on I need a $3 book. Alrighty.
The last time I saw her in a movie though was Easy A. She was the uptight religious girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and with that was the one with the girl Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet Letter and all that stuff. Yeah, so.
Alrighty, so we've got. Let me get the stop here. We'll get the. Or we we should get the 1 minute warning and then the stop. But yeah, let's get them back to back here.
So far, we have a bet on Jay.
No love for the Lone Wolf of Cub at all. That's a little bit disappointing. I on with Darkness Comes. Jay with Jim Sorensen. And we'll just we got
stop. Are they first edition?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, these are none of these are reprints.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yes. I mean, if anybody's interested,
I'd like the piece. If you want
three. We're at the $3.
You're at 3 now.
Yep. Alrighty, and the Batmans are with Jim and Darkness. Darkness has $3.97. Jim has $4.14. Alrighty, and we got one more $3 book.
I called it a deal. They went on sale from 5 to 3.
Holy shit, we are burning through this auction. I just noticed what time it is. Oh, by the way, every $10 you spend gets you spot on the winner's wheel. I've got independent comics tonight. We've got a Cyberforce, the original trade paperback from back in the 90s. And then we have Kieran Gillen's Die, Volume 1, where the kids get sucked into a D&D universe. And Lady Death, the first trade paperback. And literally, like the copy of the first trade paperback, it's got a $6.95 cover price to it. So those are the giveaways. Yep, there we go. And every 10 people we give away that makes it to the wheel, we give away another book. So there we go. Or in cases of, you know, like Darkness Comes has really been bidding his ass off tonight. So I'll probably toss in 2 tonight anyway. I know I'm going to have time to eat, says Darkness. I know, right? Wow. I'm actually surprised. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more lots tonight.
How will you eat Darkness if you spend all your money here?
Next, shut up, boy. Next up, we have Flare number 15. Then we have issue number 28 of Flare. This is the 2005 run of Flare. And then we have issue number 29. And issue number 31. And sticker was on this one too, not the book itself, but the bag. Okay, alrighty, and then we have Dragonfly, issue number 4. Next up, we have Web of Spider-Man, annual number 5, part of the Atlantis Attacks. And then we have Web of Spider-Man, annual number 6. And we have Spectacular Spider-Man, annual number 11. And we have Brave and the Bold, issue number 154, where he teams up with Metamorpho. And finally, we have Dragonfly number 5. Bidding begins at $3 each as soon as LK says go.
Dragonfly? That looks nothing like a dragon. Or,
nor does it taste like flies.
Drake Bell. That movie, Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. No. If you played Dragonfly, it was the superhero movie.
Yeah, as the Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, I like that movie. I know some people don't. I don't care. I liked it.
Plays Uncle Ben.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he basically plays Uncle Ben. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that movie was a lot of fun.
All these people wandering in the cave at night. Oh, you just gotta put a lock on your door. You know, people won't walk in. $3 on E says
$3.
Then Jim says, "Give me that F, boy."
Alrighty.
Oh, it's called a superhero movie. I think
it's a lot of fun.
The early 2000s, yeah, or actually, not the 2000s, but 2009 probably. I'd say probably around there. 2006, or it's right after the whole Spider-Man movies coming to a big wire. So, then do you remember Epic Movie?
Yeah, it sucked.
He shoots him in the eye. Oh God! The bullet goes. It's like
Epic Movie. Disaster movie, date movie. Those movies sucked. Very bad.
Was it disaster movie or epic movie? It had Carmen Electra as Mystique.
I remember. I don't want to think about it. Oh, my brain is already on fire, hurting. LK says 3 on E, which is Dragonfly 4. Jim says 3 on F, which is Web of Spider-Man annual number 5. All righty.
That Batman and Metamucil.
Batman and Metamucil?
Yeah. We just... it's a nickname we gave him.
All right. Man of,
That's how I read it.
I know,
is
right?
that Man of Metamucil?
I don't even know. Breen, how did they come by? I can't remember. Did somebody mispronounce it? Like, was it MK?
I don't remember.
I can't either. It's like I'd have to go back and look at the very first Batman the Outsiders and see how that got, because it's like we just call him that now, and then because of the Marvel Masterwork 2000, I think the one of the newer ones, we're reading Tales of Suspense. I believe it was 58 or the, I can't remember which one. The one with Angel who he goes bad against Iron Man. They refer to him at Tony Stark as Anthony Blake instead of being Tony Stark.
Huh. That has happened a couple of times in the Silver Age, where they just, for some reason, write down the wrong name.
But this was a reprint of something, so somebody changed the name for some reason in the Masterworks, the reprint.
Or they didn't, then it was a mistake made in the original as well.
I don't know, but Marani has one of the original Masterworks, and she says hers just says Tony Stark.
Oh, that is kooky.
So it makes me wonder. It's like, did somebody just purposely put it in there?
No, different scan. I'm sure the original issue had Anthony Blake.
Okay, I will mention this. We do have a couple of lots left. Jim, you're at 139. 11 more dollars, and you get free shipping, which I just said earlier. You get free shipping, so never mind.
Either way, though,
right.
that's it.
Let's get the 1 minute warning. Alrighty, cool.
We read the first issue of our earliest first appearance of Mandarin. Because of Suspense, we read that issue tonight. Read that. For a page or book that only had like 15 pages, that lasted about 40 minutes.
Alrighty, this
Because it was so freaking wordy. What's up, Marshall Warpath? Welcome to the dollar or budget auction.
That is the plan, yes. I'm glad you have newer Flair comics, but I am so peeved. I am low on funds, a giant dang nabbit. Sorry, Eric.
Affordable auction where you basically get good books, good copies that, if you want, probably could go turn around and get them slabbed and flip them for more money than you're paying now.
There've been a couple of books. I mean, heck, that, like I said, that Harvey Hits probably the Huckleberry Hound for sure. Well, but yeah, in general, I mean, we've got, they're in good condition. Yeah.
But I was gonna say, we had a guy named Almighty Jet come in here, and these are the one thing I know about these books and about E is harsh on grading. So
I try to be.
So what's really cool about that is then E will be like, well, this is a 6. CGC was like, well, it's an 8 sometimes. So you actually work out. And plus, the great thing about these books is that if you want to see it, the close of it, he will show it to you. He'll point out any spine ticks and all that stuff. So I mean,
I want to make sure that people buying their books are confident.
Exactly.
Yeah,
if it's a, I mean, what we refer to as a reader copy would be like 25 cents, 50 cents, where it's really beat up.
Well, also, one of the things I'm proud about our auction is the fact that we talk about why we like the book, not just because of its value, but is it a good book to read? It's about let's fill out your collection. Let's do that for you. It's not just about value on the market. It's about the value that's in the book itself.
Plus, every book is pretty much loose, so you're not going to have any slab books here. So that means if you want to read it, you can read it, or you can get it slabbed if you choose to.
Yep. So if E grades it an 8, CGC will give it a 9 point. CGC will do that in anything these days. They're trying to make up. They're like, oh, please come back. All right, let's get the stop. What did we have here? We had Dragonfly to LK, Dragonfly 4 to LK, and Jim had the Web of Spider-Man annual number 5. All right. Oof. And let's get the rest down. Okie dokies. Oops. But yeah, one thing I've always been proud of this auction is that while we do have our big dogs, it really is about filling out your collection. Or more importantly, try reading a different book or something, you know. Find something new, something that you may say, yeah, you guys are talking about this. It sounds good. You know, from the few times we actually talk about the books. All righty, kids, we're going back to the $2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All righty. Next up, we have from 1992. Wow, this is 30. I can't believe it's fucking 30 years old now. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Holy Toledo. Scarlet Witch has some birthing hips. All right, this is Marvel Superheroes from spring of 92. All righty. Double size annual issue kind of thing. 80-page spring special.
I hate those iron boots.
You hate the iron boots? I you know what? I notice them now, but it really took a lot, to not notice the Scarlet Witch hips. Archie Joke Book, issue number 146. And we have Archie Joke Book, issue number 230. And then we have Res Sonja Indices from the 70s run, right? Or the 80s run, issue number 15.
Volume 2.
This one I know is from the 80s run. This is Red Sonja She-Devil with a slide.
That looks like
issue number 10.
The last volume.
All right. And then we have Dick Tracy Forever that lasted only 4 issues. But it's actually a good series. I read it. Then we have the original Dick Tracy. This is Gladstone reprinting the old stories from the Golden Age. That is issue number 2. And then we have the original Dick Tracy issue number 5. Next up, we have a book from Moonstone called Spider. This is Judgment Night. It's a one-shot. There we go. And we have The Shadow from Dynamite. I believe this is their first time trying. This is Cullen Bunn and Giovanni Topano. It's issue number 1 from Dynamite. Bidding begins at $2 each as soon as okay.
The Dick Tracy books, are those in black and white? Or are they colored?
I believe they're color, sir. I will open this up to make sure. But I used to get these. I remember them being in color. All right.
Yep. All right. I like I mean, like, what's the point of him wearing a yellow jacket if you just see him in black and white all the time?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what he's supposed to look like. Use your imagination. No, I'm good. Man. I can't wait. I can't wait till you get that another book that has somebody coloring in the hero. Like Daredevil.
Yeah.
You need another book like that.
Wait. The Daredevil? What do you mean? Which Daredevil?
Do you remember that someone wanted to have the red suit, so they colored over the yellow suit on the cover?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. He had the yellow suit, so yeah, that was not a great condition, issue number 6. I would love to find a Liv Gleason Daredevil, though. That would be just... I don't think that would end up in the auction, though. If I found a Liv Gleason Daredevil, I think I would have to keep that. I think, actually, if I tried to sell it, Eric would reach through the computer and smack me. Keep that shit.
So, the Spider was, I believe, originally a vigilante who may pass himself as a spider, who wear, like, fake fangs and stuff, and would use guns and take down enemies.
Oh, there you go.
And then
One click says $2 on Jay getting the Shadow.
Yeah, then the Shadow is basically another guy, vigilante. He basically uses guns. And
once the dude.
Thank you.
I have several Gleason Daredevil says once, like, wow. Are they with Daredevil or are they with the kids? Because later issues of the Golden Age Daredevil is a bunch of, it's like our gang, but it's not, you know.
I think they were called what, the Wise Guys,
something like that.
Yep, possibly.
I think they were called "Don't Sue Us, Our Gang,"
and basically ran Daredevil out of his own book.
With Daredevil, yes.
Baby.
That Red Sonja D was part of the first series. 15 issues, 3 different prices.
Wow.
Remember,
So that's the last issue.
Yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special collector's low print run issue of Red Sonja number 15. I'm learning how to talk speculator.
Well, I don't even care about that. In fact, this $2 is also from the very first run. Because all I ever see is the freaking third run.
The other one.
Yeah. That's all I ever see. It's like, does nobody have like the rest of them? Or just or all the guys like your age holding on to them?
Yeah, that actually has happened. Remember, there's a movie coming out, so you're going to be able to flip Red Sonja for $1 gajillion as soon as it shows up. Right?
For those who have your single issue floppy issues of Criminal, those are going to go up in value because they're filming the show right now.
And so the speculators are going to go nuts on that.
Yep.
Oh, did you hear about Did you hear about how sad people are that they found out that what's her name, the singer, isn't going to be in the movie?
What movie?
What's that popular singer that's going?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift isn't going to be in Deadpool Wolverine. Remember, everybody was buying up Dazzler like it was going to. Once again, there's a movie, therefore, it's a good book now. God forbid we should actually speculate on shit that might go on in the comics, but then again, what's going on in the comics?
The actress for Red Sonja is the one who played Ghost in Ant-Man 2.
Yep.
And the Wasp. Yep. Yeah. That's like.
Isn't she about like 5'1"?
I know, right?
Yep.
My thing is like, can't they find someone who actually is tall and actually has boobs, doesn't look like a boy?
Sure, they could, but they don't want that because we do.
I mean, there are women who want that. You know,
it doesn't matter because
it's funny.
Those women are us.
It's weird though. It's like I look at the cosplay covers. We're always from Vampiro and Red Sonja at Dynamite, and they're always flat-chested women. They're never like. There's never anyone who actually like.
All right, let's get the 1 minute warning, please.
I mean, there are a lot of cosplayers. They tell me they can't find somebody who actually looks good. I mean,
did you read the Green Lantern, right? This last week.
Yeah.
Do you remember the full page splash with Star Sapphire descending?
Yeah, I read the dialogue.
No chest whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Carol Ferris is Star Sapphire.
Yeah.
She what do you used to call them? Grilled cheese pecs.
Oh no, we call her Miljana Jovanovic.
Well, you know what? That ain't bad, brother. I'm okay, but all right. So let's see. We had D with RDV, and One Slick Dude had J, and that is
hold on.
Darkness just.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Now I see what.
He had said something. How are these books are standing out and can't see?
Oh.
So he took the 2 Archie joke books.
Okie dokies.
Yep.
We got Darkness Comes with the Archie joke books, and The Shadow with One Slick Dude, Red Sonja with RDV. Okay, and let's get these others. Hit the reject box. Oh, hold on just a second, guys.
What?
Holy crap. All righty, and these all hit the reject box. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you're saying I was outside, I couldn't see the price, now inside again.
Ah, there we go.
How do you get signal in your cave? It's really dark in there.
Darkness falls across the midnight hour is close at hand.
Isn't that called Blood Hunt?
Crawling to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. All right, kids. Next up, we have Domino Lady number 2.
What?
And we have Domino Lady number 3. And here is Domino Lady number 4.
Curiouser.
And we have Domino Lady number 5. That is almost the entire miniseries. We're just missing number 1. Just to fill this out, we've got Bloodshot number 1. Alrighty. And then stay. Next up, we have Batman Beyond Neo Gothic, issue number 1. And we have Batman Beyond Neo Gothic, issue number 2. And we have Batman Beyond Neo Gothic, issue number 4. And here's issue number 5. And issue number 6. Bidding begins at $2 each as soon as LK says go. Alrighty. Fun times. I have no idea what Domino Lady is. I have a vague idea of what Batman Beyond is.
But you know what I see up there now? I see dominoes.
See dominoes? Domino!
I can't remember if it's a Moonstone book or an AMA.
Moonstone.
Moonstone. Yeah,
Yep.
I want to say it's kind of a film noirish, type thing. It has some, kind of golden age tones to it.
Is that 80s or 90s?
2000, I believe.
No,
Moonstone was mostly in the 2000s.
2000s, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
They operated in the 2000s mostly.
When I see stuff like that, like Moonstar, I think of like Innovation, like 80s, really weird indie stuff. So,
This was 2009.
wow, just before the cutoff where they say that women cannot look like women anymore.
2013. You have until 2013, and then it's downhill from there.
Some would argue it was downhill from the late 90s.
Some would. All right. 15. And that's 2. Okay.
That Batman Beyond Near Future, that's Lansing and Kelly. So if you're a fan of their work, you'll probably enjoy this too. If not, you'll probably hate that as well. it's those guys are like, I noticed.
If you don't like it, it ain't gonna drag you over. All right.
Yeah, either you love these guys or you hate these guys. That's very diverse, or not diverse, but like straight down the middle when it comes to these guys writing.
But so far, no go.
And that's that's the second story that takes place after Bruce Wayne's been dead in Gotham. Terry is basically people are being abducted and then going missing, kids and all that stuff. So he goes into like the basically underground Gotham, in the sewer stuff. There he comes across, in the second book comes across a giant killer croc. Basically, he kept mutating. Now he's a kaiju. And he's guarding something. And along the way, he meets this character called Catboy, who has got magic abilities from John Constantine. And he's, remember in the Neo Gotham Beyond, they had the Jokers. People worship the Joker, while the Catboys worship Selena Kyle. Yeah. I got to like the third. Then I was like, I dipped out because I decided to go back and just start reading the original Batman Beyond stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
get the 1 minute warning, please. 4 minutes, no bids.
Batman Beyond is a character that I love, but like he hasn't been written good since Jurgens. I think Jurgens' 50-issue run was the last time they actually cared about the character.
How many did we have? We have 1 person, 2 people on the wheel, 3 people on the wheel, 4.
Let's get Eric on the wheel.
5 and 6. Okay, but you know what? Darkness Comes. He did 232 today. Jim did 139. You know what? I'm gonna add 2 today. It's a good day. Let's add 2 books today. We'll add 2 winners.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah. Once again, it's independent books today. We have Die, which I liked. I like this one. That being said, I get what is it, Kieran Gillen or whatever their name is? Maybe not Revin the Inges, Cyber Force from back in the day, and Lady Death, the very first trade paperback from them. It's I think the first 3 issues it gets. Back then, they used to go, oh, okay, we'll just collect. Yeah, it's chapter 1, 2, and 3. Tale of the Dark Destiny told in 3 parts. Twilight of Innocent, Descent into Hell, and Death's Queen Rising. So yeah, there you go. Alrighty, we got the 1-minute warning, and I'm impatient, so we'll get the stop. All right, Domino Lady, try to find that issue 1. Arg and Bloodshot #1. This is actually really good. It's sad, you know, that these aren't worth more because goddamn, look at that. These are kind of slabbable here. All right. But why would you slap a Bloodshot #1?
So I'm curious about that Bloodshot movie with
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. Did that hurt the books or increase the books for speculators?
I don't think it did any. I think no. I don't think it did.
It did nothing.
Current Valiant management devalued the title of that.
I know, but man,
Yeah,
like that movie wasn't that great either. But when people have been
you know, it was Sound and Fury signifying nothing. Really.
The only thing I saw that's good about it is that Isaac Gonzalez is in it. That's the only reason I'd watch it for her.
I thought it was entertaining while I was watching it. Couldn't tell you anything about it. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about it, but it was entertaining while watching.
But I'll just quickly say this: if you want to watch a really good Vin Diesel movie, watch The Last Witch Hunter.
Find Me Guilty is a movie a lot of people I know that have not seen Vin Diesel in. I think is a good movie. Supreme #1, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have issue #5 and issue #6. And here is issue #8. We have Supreme issue #24. Nope. And issue #25. And Supreme #26. Here's Supreme #27. Supreme #28. And issue #28, I guess it's an alternate cover. And why wouldn't you get the glory cover, right? All righty, bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go. All right, cool. Oh, and these are back to the dollars, yeah. All right, thank you. See if there's any love for Supreme.
Supreme. Image books. Never read a single one.
So this is a title that Alan Moore took over with issue 41 and turned it into a love letter to the Silver Age. Prior to that, it was over the top action as Image was wont to do.
Who was the
entertaining? Oh God, I don't even know if that even mattered. Eric Stevenson, maybe, I don't know. That really wasn't important to them at the time.
But this was considered one of the better Image books.
Yeah, if I were to, I've toyed with the idea of trying to find the series again.
Let's see, Supreme. Let's see, who is the writer on the Supreme issue #1?
Oh, that's Liefeld.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, you just I can't sell this book then. Actually, we have Eric Stevenson, editor and writer, and Rob Liefeld, inker and writer. So, yep. Artist is on colorist cover writers Brian Murray. Hey, one of the Murray boys. Is it Bill Murray's brother?
That's Brian Doyle. I'll bet you Liefeld's contribution to this was minimal writing wise.
And then he punched someone. If it went past that, I would be surprised.
Gotta start stacking up sixes here.
Let's see. I love comic paper sent for mine. 80 plus 9 shipping. If you're heading out and you win the wheel, what would you like there, One Slit? That being said, let's get the 1 minute warning here. It looks like there's no interest in Supreme. I am so glad I didn't go back to the well. Although if I did, I might have been able to fill out the missing pieces, and I don't know how far I would go. But apparently what you're saying is the books I want to get are the higher numbers.
Well, I said, if you are a fan of the Silver Age and of Alan Moore, then yeah, 41 through 56, and then they relaunched it, and he wrote the first 6 issues of the next series.
Okay. Interesting. Because this one, the one I'm looking at goes to 42. The Origin of Supreme.
That would have been 2 issues into Moore's run.
Yeah.
But the series itself, I think, lasted 56 issues.
I like the cover on this one. And you're right. It's very Silver Agey. Oh, those are the ones I'm going to look for then. The good ones, right?
They if somebody knows what they're doing, they're not going to be in the dollar box. But if they don't, then they could be.
It's kind of like if you can find any late issues of the Milestone books.
Love. Not that much jacked up, but they're worth like $5 or $6, $7 instead of like $2 or $3.
Well, actually, a lot of the good sales I have are when I can find a book. Maybe it's in the 50-cent bin or the dollar bin, but it's a $5 or $10 book. I'll flip those every day. That is fine with me. All righty, so we have a full box full of rejects tonight, including them. Wait, those magazines aren't rejects. Those are real. Yeah. All righty, kids. Next up, we have Solar Man of the Atom issue number 21. We may just be looking at these two. 22. Here's 23. 24. It's a run. It's a 10-issue run. Mike Mignola cover. 25. There we go. And then we have 26. 27. 28. 29. And 30. Bidding begins at $1 each as soon as LK says go. All righty. Once again, like I said, I would not doubt it if we just kind of stare at these books for about 3 minutes before we stop. But there we go. Let me make sure everybody's caught up here. Jim says keep them off the wheel again. All righty. This is the last lot of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The last lot of the evening at 3 hours, 18 minutes.
I know something's wrong.
I know, right? What happened? We had some bidding wars. We've just, you know what it is I have been concise. I have been concise, making sure that if it's the 1 minute warning is only 1 minute, that if there is no bids 3 minutes in, we're moving on. If there's even after the bidding war, I've been trying to keep the pace a little bit quicker. But this is something.
I remember, kids, do it for Jay Lucian.
Yes. Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's the Valiant aficionado.
He's probably the one that convinced me to get Solar Man of the Atom.
I've decided. I think I'm going to try to find the Magnus and the Solars because of your Gold Key connection. But
yeah,
because I've read a few of them. And I like them. I mean, they're certainly worth $1 a piece.
Yeah, and this was I'm curious actually to kind of go back and read this because I was collecting this run at the time and enjoyed it a lot. I've always said that Kevin Van Hook was an underrated writer who didn't get enough credit for what he did in keeping the Valiant universe together. So he did most of these books. Tony Bedard did a short story, like 26, 27 in here. But yeah, I mean, good things. You would looking at this, especially with some of the kind of like call them reverse solar. You can see them kind of like on E there. You can find some parallels to the Flash a little bit, but on I guess I would say on a grander scale. Yeah.
Was Gale in this series?
I believe so. I know he had a wife.
He had a wife named Gail.
Well, Gale was another doctor at the research facility where I forgot Solar's real name.
Phil Selesky. Well, Phil Selesky, he was a reporter actually.
Oh. He sure had spent a lot of time around science labs in the original series.
Yeah. Well, so the whole thing was, at least with the Valiant one here, he was a reporter, gets caught in basically like a nuclear meltdown. If I remember correctly, that's how he gets his powers.
Oh, so they started from scratch in the Valiant universe?
I think so.
I want to say that Magnus, didn't, but I could be wrong. It's been so long.
No, yeah, you're correct. Magnus either didn't or it was his son. And then I know that another son came along later in that series, but I think they might have used the same character as from the.
So I think like Leisha Crane was in the Valiant series.
Oh, let's see. Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom from Gold Key. Who's the character? Okay, well, it's the same name. Yeah, Phil Selesky.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm even more curious to go back and track some of these issues down. I know the first handful of Magnuses are worth a few bucks.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot easier and a lot cheaper than it used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
In the 90s, these were commanding some serious prices. In the 2024s, I can't sell them at $1 at a budget auction. That being said, let's just take a stop in. Alrighty, and we'll just call. I see where this ship is landing. Alrighty. Okay, and let's see, where am I going to put this one? And once again, alrighty, no love for the Solars. Just put a buck each on them and put them in the flea market, along with the Supremes. Oof. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. I've been walking in the rain, wishing you were here by me too in this misery. Well, I wonder. I hope Vezran's okay. Already. We found from RDV said he talked to KRENIZ. He's doing all right. That's good. That's good. We saw him last week. Alrighty, kitties. Let's see. Here we go. Nice. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's get rid of the letters. Boom. And there we are. The comments. How's everybody doing? Let's get my friends on in here with their beautiful faces. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see what we. Oh, and the spinning wheel. Spinning wheels, turning around. Okay. I hear a train coming. It's rolling around the bend. We need Austin P.
Chrononaught, that's true of most of the Valiant titles.
And there was one other. Oz Hero didn't want to be,
Wow,
and Michael Hart. All right.
Australia is up to 140.
Say again?
Sorry, watching cricket.
If you have to. All right, LK, you've got Freedom Fighters number 2 for 2 and Dragonfly number 4 for 3, which is 5. All right, I'll just put those with, and whenever you're ready. RDV had the Pizza Hut X-Men for 5, the Rocketeer Adventures for 5, and the Red Sonja for 2, which is 12. So you're on the board. Let me share that up as well. All right. And RDV gets a spot. There we go. Oh, hold on just a second. Add image into the center. Let's upload. Boom and boom. Give us a little color on this, or just freaking make it all yellow. Didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, okay. Well, this is where we are now. Alrighty, so let's see. Darkness Comes had Tarzan 2. These are dollar books. Tarzan 218, 229, 231, and 239, and annual number 3. Then for $3, the Donald Duck. I'm including all of them somewhere. Uncle Scrooge, Donald Duck. I think it was Adventures 27. Then it was 268, 269, 270. Then Richie Rich 28, 16, 18, 23 of various titles. Then for $35, there was Adventure Comics 396, Fantastic Four 176 for 5, Detective Comics 526 for 15, Mickey Mouse number something or other for 10. The one that was in the auction tonight. Huckleberry Hound, the Huckleberry and Friends, I believe that was 44, number 75, or for 75. Marvel Team Up 100 for 8, Looney Tunes 162, 212, 235, and 240 for $8 each. The Magnus Robot Fighter, I believe it was 32 for 8. Harvey Hits 14. No, that was for 8. Batman 397 for 3. Archie Joke Book 146 and 230 for 2 each, for a total of 232. All right, cool. And then One Slick Dude already paid up $80. You were right. Unexpected 157 and 159, 15 each. Solar 1 for 8. Ghost Stories 4, 10, 22, 23, and 25 for 8 each. Shadow 1 for 2. Total of 80. I saw that you put in the $9. Awesome. Gratu had Vault of Evil number 11 for 5. Phantom Stranger, I believe, was 33 for 5. The Lassie issue for 5. Forbidden World. Didn't we find out that was like number 6? Forbidden Worlds 135 for 5 for a total of 20. If you want me to send it right away, it'll be 29. Alrighty. And if you want me to hold on to it for a bigger box, just send the 20. Alrighty. Glenzer had Ghostly Tales, 1 something for $1. Haunted from Charlton Comics, Haunted number 75 for 3. Famous Monsters of Filmland 186 for 10 and 189 for 15. That's 29 total. And I do know we're building you a box, so yeah, 29. And then Jim had Weird Western Tales number 59 for $1. New Mutants number 45 for $1. Grifter and Mask for $2. That's number 1. Avengers 176 for $2. Marvel Super Action 28 for $2. Richie Rich 84 and 53. Once again, varying titles for $4 each. Dark Horse presents Aliens for 3, Avengers 188 for 3, Bullseye for 3, Charlton Bullseye, Superboy 133 for 5, Thor 264 and 271 for 5 each, Detective Comics 526 for 15, Detective Comics 494 for 8, Wonder Woman 283 for 10, 284 and 288 for 8, Adventure Comics 349 for 10, Action Comics 281 for 10, Superboy 106, 138 and 332 for 8 each, excuse me, Batman 414 for 3, and Web of Spider-Man Annual 5 for 3 for a total of 139. And like I said, I'll throw everything I can into the box, and when it's filled, I'll just hold on to the rest for you for next time. There you go, since you already paid for the shipping. Oh, shit. I was supposed to write words on that goddamn thing, wasn't I? That was the whole point of it. All right. I'll do that right now. Okay. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Darkness Comes is saying 216. What did I have for him? Brought to One Slick Dude. Darkness Comes. I had 232. So obviously I added something in that you don't have, or maybe the math was. I forgot the joke books. Total I have everything written down is 216. Yes, Kratu, MediaMadmen1@gmail.com. Let me get the banner. I've got it somewhere here. Did we get rid of the Media Madman 1? That seems kind of counterproductive. Oh, it's scrolling, isn't it? MediaMadmen1@gmail.com is the PayPal address. There you go. Okay, if you want to mention cricket, you have to explain what the Americans have done. A team of American amateurs have beaten pros. Oh, good. Okay, so let's go over this again. You're saying forgot the joke books for $3, $6 total. I have everything written down. Okay, there was Tarzan 218, 229, 231, 239, and annual number 3 for $1 each. That's $5. Then there was Donald Duck 27. Then you had 268, 269, 270, Richie Rich 28, 16, 18, and 23, all for $3 each. I have 29. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 24 plus the previous $5, 29. Adventure Comics 35 leads to 69, right? No. 29 and 35 is 59, 64 plus Fantastic Four 176 is 69. There you go. And then Detective Comics 526 for 15 and Mickey Mouse for 10 is another 25, which goes to how is that possible? Oh, and Huckleberry Hound for 75 is 169 because it's 25 and 75. There you go. That's why I got 169 there. Next up was Marvel Team Up 100 for 8, which was 177. And then we have a series of $8 books, Looney Tunes 162, 212, 235, 240, and Magnus Robot Fighter number 32, which is 177 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, $40. So that's 217. And then we had Harvey Hits at $8, which is 217 and $8 is 225. And then we had Batman 397 for 3, so that's 228. And then Archie Joke Book for $2, and for 146 and 230 for $2 each. That's an additional $4, so it's 232. That's what I got. All right, but that's how I came up with it.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm 216. I'm way past it now. Wait, what are we talking about? TCM is showing Fruitvale Station. That's embarrassing. Yeah, well, they've been doing that. Like they've got movies like that on on HBO Max. They cultivate lists and everything, and there's a lot of modern stuff. Okay, so the 216 came around Magnus Robot Fighter 32, where it was 217. And then Harvey hits Batman 397 and the Archie joke books. I found a $5 Fantastic Four, so it's 221. Yeah, that would be Fantastic Four number 176. Yep. Here, let me full size me while we're going through this. Sorry, guys. Here we go. We used to play cricket back in the day, but baseball took over. And yes, we are in the Super 8. Yep. Say again?
Oh, no. Australia got another 4. So they can score 14 more runs here than England gets into the Super 8.
Well, let me start putting everybody else's in onto the wheel, and we'll figure this out as we go. We've got once again RDV has 1, and then One Slick Dude had 8. So let's go OSD 1, OSD 2, OSD 3, OSD 4, OSD 5, OSD 6, OSD 7, OSD 8. Alrighty, and so we got RDV, One Slick Dude. Gratu had 2. 1, 2. Alrighty, then Glenzer had 2. 1, 2. And then Jim did not want to be on the wheel. LK was not on the wheel, and Darkness were figuring that out. I've got 23, and I think it's up to 2216. So at the very least, 21 we can put on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is saying he found the $10 Mickey Mouse.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. All right. So what is the total? Because I've got 232, and I've got that Mickey Mouse right here. So something I wrote down, or that you missed. So checking so far, 231. Is that what I said? 232. So it might be one of the Tarzans, maybe 218, 229, 231, 239. Or annual number 3, or something was written down as a $3 book that maybe was a $2 book, and vice versa. There was Archie joke books for $2 each. Batman 397 was $3 book. The other $3 books were Richie Rich 28, 16, 18, and 23. But that and Donald Duck 27, 268, 269, 270. So the mistake would have to be around there somewhere. But I will pop that up to one more for you, and we will get this wheel a spinning. Alrighty. But first, let's shuffle this puppy up. Because there you go. A lot of yellow there. A lot of yellow in this one. But then again, that's the thumbnail. What do you guys think? The black background or the yellow background? I think the yellow pops.
The yellow's fine.
Yeah, I think it just calls more attention to it. I like the budget in the center, just a couple of characters, not overcrowded. You know, maybe I'll make the centerpiece bigger, though. Yeah. All right, 37 entries today with 6 people. Thank you very much, guys. All righty, and let's see. Let's see who wins the first pick.
2.
I know it's so. Oh, Austin, fucking 1 inch. That happens sometimes. All righty, I'll tell him. And there we go. Let's remove all instances of him, and we'll take another one up there. That is funny. That is funny. I'll send him a message. It is the way it is. It is the way it happens. Ready and set. But since he's not here, we will give first choice then
No,
to
Austin just got here.
Hey, Austin. Guess what? There you go. Oh, there were two each. That would be 220. Okay, so wait, what are we talking about? Darkness. It's look. If you came up with 231, make it 231. Tarzan 218, 229, 231, 239. Annual number 3, all $1. That's $5. Donald Duck. The issues once again different titles, but 27. Then I think it was Uncle Scrooge. 268, 269, 270. All were $3. Then Richie Rich. 28, 16, 18, 23 different titles, all for $3. That leads to 29. Then we have Adventure Comics was 35. Alrighty, and Fantastic Four 176 was $5. That's an extra 40 that leads to 69. Then you had Detective Comics 526 for 15, and Mickey Mouse for 10, and Huckleberry Hound for 75. That's an extra 100 that would lead to 169. Marvel Team Up 100 for 8, which would be 177. And then we had Looney Tunes books 162, 212, 235, 240 for $8 each, as well as in that particular lot, Magnus Robot Fighter 32 for 8. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's $40 added to 117, which would be 217. And then Harvey Hits was an $8 book at which would be 217 plus 8 is 225. Batman 397 is $3 at that would be 228. And then Archie joke books, $2 each, 146 and 230. You add 228 plus 4 is 232. That's how I came up with that. All right. Okay, the choices, Austin. We have Lady Death, Volume 1 from the 90s. And this is literally the 90s book. There you go. And then we have Cyberforce, also Volume 1 from the 90s. And we have Kieran Gillen's Die. Alrighty, whichever one. You won the lot. He is a $5 contributor to Ko-Fi, and that gets you on a spot on the wheel every week. Right before Team Ups, he said, Detective, can I show you the book's front cover? Oh. Let's see, Team Ups. Detective Comics. All right. And that was Detective Comics 526. I believe, wasn't that the first appearance of Clayface? 526?
No, 478 was.
Oh, no, 526 is this one. There you go. Boom. What is Cyberforce and Die? Cyberforce is one of the original Image comics by Mark. I want to say Mark Silvestri, and I would be right. And Die is Kieran Gillen, and it's all about a group of friends that are playing Dungeons and Dragons. One of their friends gets sucked into the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Later in life, they all go in, and because he needs their help fighting the big bad evil guy. So there you go. I thought Clayface was Golden Age villain. There were 3 of them, and I have the first appearance of the 3rd one. There you go. I'll go Cyberforce. Okie dokies. All right, let's share that out again, and we'll get the 2nd round. All righty. Boom. And here we go. Let me shuffle this puppy up a little bit, and we'll see who wins the next book. We've got Cyberforce going to Austin. And let's see. Here we go. And that's a shocker today. But there you go. Darkness Comes. Would you like Lady Death or Die? There are the two choices there. All right. Let's see how that's going along. But there you go. Cool, cool. I already had won that detective. Oh, okay. So was that the problem then? Was that did I put a Jim Sorensen book on a Darkness Comes? Big Dogs, Unexpected, Famous Monsters, Detective Comics 478. Had none, and I've got that is that. That's there it is. That's the big mistake. Alrighty. Let's see, Jim. Did I include it on Jim's? Yeah, that's the big mistake there. Alrighty. And that brings it to, what is that, 222, 217, sir. Alrighty. What the hell was that? But there you go. That is it. That's wild. I never noticed that issue of Detective before Thursday night. I saw someone showing it as one of the top 10 favorite books. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. I haven't read it in 40 years, but pretty sure it's pretty good. It's the I haven't read it in long enough to have it be a surprise that Jason Todd's first Robin appearance is in it. He's just not in his Robin costume. There you go. All right, Darkness, Lady Death. There you go. All righty, Bubba. We got the Lady Death, and here we go. Cool. Thank you very much. Once again, guys, if you're just coming in, you don't know, I give away trade paperbacks every week. Thank you very much for participating and such and helping out the family. And every $10 gets you a spot on the wheel. Before I went to work today, I went to the farmer's market in my city, and lo and behold, there was a comic book seller with his wife wanting him to clear them out. I got some cool ones for $100 each. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else. The Marvel team up, some Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Holy shit, for $1 each. That's nice. You know, for a friend. I like that. I like that story. It's almost sad that they brought Superman back because it makes all that emotional impact, you know. If you keep it in there, as one contained story, it really works. Have a good night, Jim. Oh, once again, guys, if you can pay tonight, please pay tonight. Yeah, I really want to get those books out. I've got a lot of stuff. I want freaking nuts. I'll send the money. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Like I said, I've got a lot of books where we're going to have two, maybe three lots of Defenders, some Conan. Got, like I said earlier, got some Craven on those. Again, some Lady Death, some more Looney Tunes. Strange Tales 138, first appearance of Eternity. Fantastic Four, number 27. That's the cover with Submariner holding on to Sue Richards. So, some good books coming. Some good books coming next week. Looking forward to that. All righty. Let's see. All right. So, there you go, gang. Also, happy 30th anniversary to Lion King today. Watching that right now. Never understood the whole anniversary for movie thing. Especially now in the days, you know, ever since VCRs became a thing. It's like, you can watch anytime you want. It's not like in the old days where you had to watch whatever they put on the TV. That's whole different things. All right. Anyway, guys, let's see. What do we got going on? Tomorrow night, 10:30, we're going to be looking at Wonder Woman Sensation Comics. Don't forget, Geeky Pup Show usually has readings.
Yeah, before all that, go over to Extreme Movie Show. Around 6 and 7 Eastern, we'll be reviewing some cool stuff there. Eric will be joining us for the 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll be talking about Commando, doing our yearly review of the best Father's Day movie. or Beth Father movie. Say, and then Come Over Geeky Pub Show. We have 2 ratings going on there at 7:15, right? 8:15 Eastern, and then 9, and then right around there.
All righty.
So
Cool. Well, thank you very much, guys. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.
Night, everybody.
All right, hold on just a sec. 217 Dunstant have to do that before he leaves. So thank you very much, Darkness. Have a good time. Tell your cousin, be safe, especially with you around. Enjoy, guys.